You are listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, Ant and Mazz in the midday.
SDS
Midday.
Shout out, Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan, come on. You don't have the chops to be with Ant Mazz in the midday right now.
Dude,
SDS.
It is what it is. I don't really have like the chops for anything right now after that devastating Portugal loss. But it is what it is. You know what it is. Anthony Cafone on the first mic. Brandon Mazmarazzo in the building. Connor Coopin. And we are joined by a very special guest. Can we get the round of applause ready for the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend from Mount Olive, hailing in at 150 pounds soaking wet.
Higher.
What, get out of here. Go eat a protein shake. We can talk about
I'm going to go with 170.
Bro,
160.
162.
You're close. I'll give you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charlie Baduini.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it. I'm honored to be here with the Ant and Mazz in the midday. I mean, what more could you want on a Monday afternoon?
What more could you want than being a part of the #1 sports show here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair? Yeah, match day. I said it. Get at me.
Match day?
Match weekly. Shout out Artie.
Match afternoon.
Shout out Artie. Artie has a little problem with some guy who's using the term match week as a podcast.
It is what it is.
And
it is what it is.
Artie's preparing.
He'll figure it out. We'll see who's been using it first. I'm sure nobody's got a copyright on it because, let's be honest, we're all broke these days. Baduini, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good. I mean, it was a long weekend, but got to enjoy some football yesterday and unwind and ready for the semester to finish up.
Yeah, we were part of a cool experience, which we'll get to later on. Charles, we need to know. We're hopping right into MLB. What's your team?
New York Mets. Until I die.
And another guy.
The gods that just spent like crazy.
Another guy who's just going to be disappointed. But at least they're spending money.
Disappointed? What do you mean?
Disappointed.
What are you talking about?
You're the Mets.
I mean, okay. I'm okay with this going all in, Uncle Steve. I mean, I read
why wouldn't you be? It's a great thing.
I read somewhere that so we talked about before the show came on. It's like what, $400 million payroll. That's not even 2% of his net worth.
Yeah, that's okay. And you know what? It's great for baseball. I think it's great for New York baseball, and maybe Steinbrenner will actually open up the checkbook now.
Well, I heard the Yankees are now, starting to make moves. Apparently, they're
Yeah,
going
make
after
moves.
Carlos Rodon.
Yeah, they'll be making moves.
I've
They'll be making budget moves because that's what they do these days.
Hold on, but I've heard a rumor that the Yankees might be in on a certain shortstop out west.
Mr.
What do you think?
Are you talking about Carlos Correa?
No,
Oh,
Fernando Tatis Jr.
What?
stop it!
I heard that the Yankees are interested, but there's nothing set in stone yet.
He's on.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Trade? Like, you have to trade.
Yeah, probably Peraza.
I was gonna say he's
And
on.
also,
He's on the block.
Listen, the Padres might trade him because they got to pay Soto.
So you're fine with Tatis?
Ah,
After giving this whole thing about cheating for all this time, you're fine with? We don't want the guy who was a part of the videotape scandal.
I think the steroids I've loosened up to.
Listen,
I think steroids I've relented to that debate, but I still think I would never want Correa.
time out. So let me get this straight. You don't want the guy who's part of the video trash can scandal
Yes.
5 years ago, but the guy who just
cheated
got
the Yankees out of a World
the
Series.
guy who just got popped for PEDs. Okay, we're fine with that.
Yeah, but also the Yankees have also had PED guys numerous times. in
I'm
their
gonna be honest with you. I'm fine with either one. It is what it is. If you ain't trying to cheat, you ain't trying to win. You know what I'm saying? Make baseball fun
Morals,
again. Bring
those
back,
go out the window when it comes to sports.
Listen, this is not a call to action. I would just really like for them to, make baseball fun again and bring back the PEDs.
Yeah.
Let the baseballs fly.
Morals. Woo.
What more?
Woo!
It's a game. It's literally grown men playing a children's game. Who
But-
cares? Same thing with football. Same thing with soccer, basketball. It's just they're little kid activities that grown men and women happen to be really good at. And you know what? If they want to use something, that'd be okay. I mean, like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Somebody's probably using something already, right?
Yeah,
I-
most
I
definitely.
do think that if a player wants to do that, I don't think the MLB should have the authority to say what they can and cannot put in their bodies.
You know, let me rephrase that. Except maybe in like boxing or like MMA, because I feel like that
that could actually hurt.
like
somebody.
that's actually you're gonna get someone hurt. So
What about football? Same sort of thing.
debatable. I don't know, man. Because if you think about it, right, if you got Barry Bonds, if you take a ball to the head from anybody right off the bat, it's gonna be dangerous. Now, if you got that guy yoked up, oof. But it is what it is. I mean, like, I said bring it back. I don't really see much harm in it. Baduini, where do you stand on the steroid scandal in baseball all these years?
I mean, it seems to me that MLB's been trying to bury this stuff for, I don't know, however long it's been public information. And to me, that's it's screwed up. I mean, I feel like back in that era, just about every player was juicing up. So, I mean, I would say it's a level playing field for all those guys. And like Bonds, like the stats.
Bonds in the Hall, yeah or nay?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
He's one of the all-time greats, with or without
He's
roids.
the greatest baseball player of all time.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about it.
Absolutely. And I just think it's pretty silly that they're blacklisting these guys from Hall of Fame and scrubbing their stats from the history books just because of the era they played in. And like I said, it was the era. I don't think there was any great player of that era that wasn't using PEDs.
Griffey, maybe?
You don't know that.
We don't know. It's simple.
Mike Piazza.
Time out.
Mike Piazza didn't do steroids officially, but like by all accounts,
Well, that's the thing.
he was a steroid user.
We can't, like, listen, right? You relate. Let me relate this to soccer real quick. We know Lionel Messi
is the GOAT.
had some HGH treatment when he was a kid, right? Ronaldo, who's, by the way, one of the prime physical specimens in soccer, right, is never been confirmed to be using substances. Is he probably using? Potentially, but you can't put that on him, just like with Griffey, until something comes out for it.
Exactly.
All right?
Same way
So
with
we
Mike
know.
Piazza.
We know.
That's why I
Messi.
started laughing. That's why I started laughing.
We know Messi.
This sounds
HGH.
personal.
We know Tati's HGH. We don't know.
No, hold on. Tatis
That's
was
why I started laughing.
Tatis was
Shout out
because
Don
of
McGreco, man.
I say Tatis was for an infection. Okay, it was different. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and John Bones Jones never used anything either, right? All right. We know Lionel Messi used HGH.
But we don't know
But we
Ronaldo.
don't know. We don't know
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo used anything. We don't know he's cheating. We don't know. That's the difference, people. That's the analogy.
That's the perfect parody we've ever done.
Dude, I love him so much.
So we're gonna stick with the we're gonna go back to the Mets.
Yeah, come bring it back.
Actually,
I'm sorry.
can I ask you guys something? This
Did Baduini just hijack our show? Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
sorry, my apologies,
No,
but
you're good.
I have like this question is like as a fan. I'm a fan of the Mets. Senga, this Japanese player
Yeah.
that just came over. What should I be expecting from him? Like, is like
Kodai Senga?
I'm not too familiar with
I'm gonna be
with
honest
his
with
game.
you. You should be expecting greatness.
Yeah.
Every time a player comes over from Japan, comes over from Cuba, comes over from these hotbeds of baseball. All right, that's literally the number one sports in these countries. Baseball ain't America's pastime no more. All right, that is Japan's pastime. This is Cuba's pastime. Puerto Rico's pastime.
The DR, bro, DR.
DR, Dominican Republic as well. All right, Venezuela too. Whenever you get a player from there, I'm expecting great things because why are they bringing them over? Because they're dominating over there and they're dominating a place where
Here's the
people
thing with-
actually care about baseball. We don't care about baseball here
Here's the thing with Senga.
anymore.
Righty, I think he's got some great stuff. Can definitely hit the upper 90s. But the thing with Japanese pitchers that I always love is just the movement on their pitches. Like I feel like I don't know how guys from Japan get that movement on the ball.
I'll tell you right now, it's because they eat, breathe, sleep baseball as a culture. That's it. Imagine, right? We've always talked about with the World Cup going on. Imagine what the USA could do if soccer was the number one sport in the United States. All right.
Yeah, here.
Baseball is Japan's number one sport, so they're constantly just going all in on it. That's what you get. That's why you should be expecting greatness, especially for the money that they spent on them. I'm expecting big
Honestly,
things.
they got pretty good value for Senga.
What was it, like 70 mil?
It's 5 years, 75.
That's
75
$15 mil a year
Yeah, I mean,
for a pitcher.
That's value, right?
That's
Or-
good value.
Yeah, it's good value,
If this
yeah.
guy turns
If
out
he
to be
turns
what
out
they
good.
say he is, you have him for 5 years locked up. And I think what they say for
he might be the
DeGrom's-
next Cy Young, man.
for,
You don't know.
For what the Mets got rid of DeGrom for,
Yeah.
they got Verlander, Senga, and
Jose
Quintana.
Quintana, yeah.
Quintana.
I got to be
They
honest with you.
replaced DeGrom, who's arguably the best starter in baseball, for one who was a Cy Young,
Well, hold
on.
and two very good starter options.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But what did they do? The guy when he plays is on, but when does he really play is the question.
Yeah.
All right, so they took that contract and they just flipped it for guys that they're actually going to use. They're going all in here, and good for the Mets. It's about time. other teams should start taking notice, especially if it works out. This is a league where there is no limit, all right? Yeah, there's a luxury tax and all that good stuff, but you can spend whatever you want, all right? And the only reason why you're not winning is for two reasons. One, you didn't assemble a better front office than other teams, because you see teams like the Rays get away with it without using the checkbook. But what does it really result in? Because they didn't bring home any glory yet. Or B, we know that we are not going to get it done with just the staff that like we have here. So we are going to build a team through our checkbook, and we're going after it. Because at the end of the day, it's all about two things. One, that is winning, and more importantly, making money, because winning creates making money, and they wouldn't be on here if it wasn't for making money. So let's be honest. All right. So whether or not the integrity of the game and all that other stuff, nobody cares about it at the end of the day when you're dealing with billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think teams have shown that they're willing to spend this offseason. One move we didn't even mention, Aaron Judge back with the Yankees.
Back with the Yankees.
We haven't even mentioned it yet. That was probably the
9
biggest...
years, $360 million.
That was the biggest news of the week. I don't think we didn't even hit it yet, which is kind of
I didn't think it came out yet until after our show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
now we have to break it here.
We got Judge back. Well, I mean, break it. We're a week late.
Yeah.
They only give... Well, listen, that's not our fault. We only got 2 hours once a week, you know, so it is what
And
it
it's
is.
been 1 hour recently.
And it's been 1 hour because of the great...
Copa
spectacle-
Mundial.
Because of the thing that just absolutely just rips my heart out.
Mm-hmm.
Can't stand it anymore.
Yeah, but
I can't stand sports, man. We've been talking sports. I just can't do it anymore. You get your hopes up all the way. Like, is this what it's like to be a Jets fan, a Mets fan?
Oh,
like,
come on, Mazz. That's personal.
dude, I'm being honest.
Jets is even worse because
Is
they're
it?
the last team in the NFL to make the playoffs, meaning 2010 was
Yeah,
their
but
last
here's
playoff
the thing, though,
appearance.
right? Name me a time the last time the Jets had a generational talent.
Those,
Maybe
those,
Gardner.
those teams, Darrell Revis.
Okay, Darrell Revis. So yeah,
Sauce Gardner right now.
Yeah,
We'll see.
It's
potentially.
too early.
I'll
too
tell
early.
you right now, he could be.
Yeah, totally.
He absolutely could
But
be.
Revis was.
But I don't know. Yeah, Revis was. I'll give you that. Okay,
I
fair
forgot. Earlier, I was thinking, I look at Revis, you just think, poor guy, one of those guys that didn't win a ring. But then you remember he was actually on that Patriots team that won a ring.
I don't want to talk
All
about
right,
that. I don't want to talk about
Let's
that.
bring this back here. Bringing it back here. Right. Where were we? Judge?
We were on Judge.
My bad. I'm taking us all over the place. I'm hurting here. To potentially compete with the Mets now, because let's be honest, they're spending 400 million, right?
450 million.
North of 400 million, yeah.
North of 450. Yankees payroll ain't coming close to that right now.
No.
All right, so like, come on.
I think right now we're paying Cole, Stanton, Judge big lumps of cash. That's going to be the guys that you have locked in for a while. I think you have to go after Rodon. If you get a starting five of Cole, Rodon, Severino, Cortez, and possibly Germán, that's a championship rotation right there.
For sure, but do you have the championship bats on the squad is the question.
And that's
You
what they
got
got-
two.
You got Aaron
two-
Hicks, the greatest.
Stop it.
Well, they're gonna flip either Hicks or Donaldson. I think Hicks is more than likely the one that's gonna get flipped out. I don't think anyone's gonna want to take on Donaldson right now.
I'm just saying. Dude.
So I think if you can make a trade for that gets Hicks off the roster, maybe get a prospect and a bullpen arm, I'm fine with it. And then you see if you can address some guy. I mean, Brandon Nimmo just got locked up with the Mets too. We didn't even
For
mention
$162 million.
Yes,
I gotta
sir.
be honest, dude. That's a really good contract. For a player like Nimmo, I really feel like he's gonna be fine there. He's already comfortable playing in the market. It's great value, man. Do you not like that contract?
No, of course. I mean, Nimmo's great.
Quality
One of the better defensive-
contract.
Probably one of the best defensive center fielders in baseball
How many
right now.
years is on that?
8.
8 years, 160. Come on.
Yeah, I think he's going to be providing stability in that lineup. Then the Mets continue to just get great value for the guys that they homegrown. I think right now for the Yankees, I think you look at their lineup. They need to address another outfielder. I think Brian Reynolds, they got to get Benintendi back if they can. I think that's also another.
Tyone is the only guy that really went away.
Yeah.
That was a 4-year, $68 million contract as
With
well.
the Cubs, yeah. And the Cubs need pitching.
They made
need guys.
sneaky moves. If that Cody Bellinger contract pays off, that's a huge sneaky
But it's a
one.
1 year.
It's a 1 year.
It's a prove it deal. And if he has a really good year, I don't think he's coming back to the Cubs.
Definitely not.
What happened to Bellinger? Wasn't he like an MVP candidate a
Yes.
couple years ago?
He was an MVP 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. he had the biggest case of the yips,
Well,
which
the
is where he
problem
just
with
you know,
Bellinger is I just don't think his swing really translates to old age. He's got a very uppercut golf-like swing,
How old is he now?
I think he's 20.
I don't even know how old he is now, but he was the MVP in 2019.
Yep.
And then he's passed 2 or 3 seasons. He's passed 3 years
Since
in the
COVID
growth.
year.
Since that year,
That
yeah.
could have been the issue too. COVID year just disrupted everything, and I think that's sort of the reason why he fell off.
He fell off hard though, like
Yeah,
poor guy.
I just think because his swing doesn't, it loses bat speed by the time you hit your 30s. That type of swing is not going to be as effective as it usually is. Case in point, Josh Donaldson.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Cody Bellinger. I like the idea for the Cubs to really just go all in on a guy like that for 1 year. Try to see if he works out. I mean, you lost Wilson Contreras.
Yeah.
Now with the
But
Cardinals, he went to your biggest rival.
Yes, that's true. He did.
Rough.
That Cardinals team is back. They have the best defensive team probably in the league, but can they hit?
That's what it comes down to, man. Right? We always talk about pitching. We always talk about defensive plays.
Yeah, you gotta have both.
Wins,
Gotta have both, man.
Putting scores up wins. All right?
I do think pitching wins you championships.
That's fair.
Look, yeah, but you gotta hit 2.
That's fair, but like, what does it really matter? Because you could have, you could have a Hall of Fame lineup when it comes to the pitching, but all it takes is for one of those guys, even the best pitchers, still give up. What are they pitching, like in the 2s?
Yeah.
Maybe closer to the 1s. They're still giving up.
Or if you're DeGrom, it's 0.6.
That's what I'm saying, right? Okay, fair. But like, that's what I'm saying is that like even the Hall of Fame guys are still gonna give up 2 runs eventually, right? So you got to get the hitting. Give me a good hitter over a good pitcher when it comes down to these series because it's the favor, while it for the most of the time is rocking with the pitcher, but all you need is those slight moments. All right, that moment of greatness that we see happen time and time again, and it wins championships. All right.
So I have one question now as Yankees fans. I know you said with this past season, you had Boston as your preseason favorite for a World Series, right? But obviously that didn't go as planned.
And now look
But-
at Bogarts.
But you still think they're a good team, of course.
I
right?
think that all they need is pitching. They have
Red
hit.
Sox?
So here,
I think
They
have
lost
hit.
they lost Bogarts.
No, I'm saying, yeah, for sure. They got to fill that hole. But I'm saying the team from last year, right?
I
The
don't know.
team
They
from
need
last year.
defense too.
so they
Fair.
made 2 key moves thus far. Obviously, they got their closer now because Kenley Jansen's in Boston, right? But they also picked up Japan's best available hitter on a 5-year deal.
Yoshida.
Yeah, Yoshida.
But here's the thing. I don't like those moves though, for the Red Sox. Honestly,
Nah.
Kenley Jansen is past his prime. He last year with the Braves, he was, to say the least. And then you also get a guy like Yoshida, who great bat, great lefty bat, but Fenway Park's right field is monstrous.
Yep.
Right field?
Yeah, you ever see right field at Fenway Park? That's like 380, almost all the way dead right field.
I could have sworn it was.
Pesky pole is short.
Yeah,
But like you go straight away
Pesky
right
pole
field.
is like 289 or something.
But I'm saying, but straightaway right field, that's
Okay.
far. You're not hitting many home runs out of that. And he plays left field, and he's not statistically, they said he's one of the worst defensive left fielders in Japan. And what do you need when you're playing in Fenway Park half of your games? You need left field defense.
Yep.
Because that Green
No, you're right.
Monster is so tough to play,
Yep.
and you need a good defensive left fielder. So Yoshida not being a good defensive left fielder and having a right field that's monstrous like Fenway's is, I don't think Yoshida made the right choice in going to Boston. I think if he went to somewhere else, he'd be a much better player.
Well, they're giving him 90 mil, so.
I mean, he definitely made the right choice.
If they give
90
him
mil.
money, yeah.
90 mil to basically try it out.
5-year, 90 mil. He's the best hitter in Japan by a mile. It's an
Well,
on-base
that's what I'm
machine,
saying.
so
Right.
like.
No, but I'm saying maybe he proved me wrong, but I just don't like these 2 moves for the Red Sox.
Charlie,
So it's nothing scaring you with Boston?
Charlie, you like the move or not?
Yeah, I love it.
Why not? I mean, you basically 90 mil. You try it out. I feel like there's a lot more reward than there is bad, and that's what I'm saying, right? Think about this. Coming back with my I understand what you're saying about defense and pitching, but at the end of the day, defense and pitching is going to keep the game even at 0-0. You're never going to score on that side in this game. All right, what wins games? Scoring runs.
I wanna
Whereas
say
otherwise you keep on going extra innings, and
Mazz,
it's
your
just never ending.
But your point is, what do the Red Sox have on offense that really threatens you?
Oh no, you're right.
They got nothing. Devers, that's it.
Raffy Devers, yeah.
They lost Bogarts, who was their second best hitter, and they replaced him with Yoshida, who we haven't even seen play at the MLB level yet. So we don't know if he's going to be that
This one
type of
got
guy.
Story too, right?
Yeah.
He'll come
But
back
Story
around.
was bad last year.
Yeah, I know. But
Until
listen,
July.
New market, all right? He just got to Boston. It's a hard place to play. Let's see what he does. I still like
I
Story.
feel like, honestly,
They
what
lost Vasquez,
wins
too.
championships in the
I
playoffs.
forgot about the... Yeah, dude, they're falling apart. Let's be honest.
What I think about winning championships in Major League Baseball, bullpen pitching, I feel, wins you championships because we see so many late runs given up that lose games. Look at Houston beating the
Doesn't win championships. It keeps you in the game. The game's just gonna keep on going until someone scores.
But Mazz, how often do you see guys win games 10-0 in the playoffs?
never.
Always 2-1
Exactly.
games, 1-0 games.
Exactly.
It's always one Jordan
so
Alvarez
those hits
home run
are
away.
more valuable. Thank you for making my point.
But also, you need pitchers that can.
I'm not saying
Look
you
at
don't.
the Angels.
I'm not
the
saying
Angels
that you
have the
don't.
best lineup, like some of the best guys in baseball hitting wise, but they have terrible pitching. So
Yeah,
you
they're
don't-
running
they
like
don't-
some
that's
weird
why they don't
six-man
win
rotation.
games. They don't win games. So you have the best lineup
Listen,
in the world,
of-
but if you have terrible pitching, you're gonna go nowhere.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the hitting always.
Oh, it's
gets slept
important
on.
for sure. It's slept
the
on.
pitching's definitely important. I'm
But there's
just
two
saying when
sides to
you're
the
coming,
game. But you can't just invest solely in the hitting. You need
Yeah,
pitching.
you need both. As a Marlins fan, trust me, you need both.
I feel like I understand
There-
that you need
there-
both.
I don't
I'm not
think that-
saying that you
I
don't
don't
need both.
think
I'm
once-
saying hitting's getting slept on.
No, but
That's all I'm saying.
I don't think one side is more important than the other.
Yeah, I don't know.
You need both.
don't
I
know.
watched
I think
just
you guys,
as
I've
bad.
heard both you guys make the case over the 40+ episodes that we've done, where of how important pitching is, but hitting never gets the credit.
Nah, it gets the credit from me. I'll change that right now. It gets the credit from me. I watch
Thank you.
a team with like Alcantara and Luzardo and all these pitchers, and they can't win games because they can't hit the baseball.
Now let me ask you guys a question. When it comes, we're so far away from the start of baseball coming back around.
107 days.
Yeah, well, first off, why do they put out a tweet about that? Baseball 170 days away. What are you doing? That's just weird.
Well,
It's a weird milestone
I'm,
to look
I'm
forward to.
counting down, bro.
Are you?
Yes, I love.
Listen, some people that's like Billy the Bad Boy. That's all he needs that
I
number.
understand that, but, like,
He needs that number.
No, listen, I understand that, but that's what you got the other seasons for to get you through it. So it's
He
like
doesn't
take
have
it
those
easy.
other seasons.
Well, maybe he should. That's weird. All right.
Some
I
guys,
only care about one sport.
some guys only rock with one sport.
Yeah, no, I understand that. And you know where you normally see that? It's always with like the niche sports like tobogganing or whatever. Like I only care about the toboggan circuit.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like that
Track
sled
and field.
thing.
Track and field.
Track and field's the same thing. Track and field people only like track and field.
I ran track.
Yeah, he did.
I
Yo,
don't only like track.
So we
County.
started this conversation with Judge, right?
Yes.
So
Thank you for bringing us back in, Charlie.
so about a week ago, when free agency opened up and everyone started talking, you guys remember John Heyman?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, that
So
bum.
Arson Judge.
do you guys think that had any impact on
Yes,
Judge's actual
absolutely.
decision? Yeah.
Well, no, not on his decision. I think it had the impact on the Yankees to actually be like, what is it
Yeah.
going to take for us to get this done? Because we know it's not a done deal, but it sounds like the interest is really there. And if this is like, we will step up right this second. There was reports that we heard that Steinbrenner went right to him, was just like, what's it going to take? Let's get it done. And he said 369, boom, done. I also heard that Boone made a phone call to him. I don't know. I'm sure Cashman and him were constantly clashing heads.
Well,
But yeah, I think it definitely stepped the game up for the Yankees. Go
I
ahead, Ed.
still think this Judge signing is a loss to the Yankees. It's a huge loss.
You think it's a loss?
What? Really?
Think about this for a second.
You've
Last
been
year,
flipping flopping on
hold
this.
on, hear me out.
Okay.
Hear him out.
Last year, the Yankees could have gotten Aaron Judge
For 270.
8 years,
Yes.
270,
Okay.
and they refused to budge. They were sitting at, what was it? It was 7 years, 240.
Maybe.
They just didn't want to give him that extra year.
Yeah.
That was the only issue. They didn't want to give him that extra year. They could have had him for 8 years, 270.
And then they gave him an extra year now.
And they said, all right, bet on yourself. And they let Aaron Judge absolutely get the most leverage of any player in the history of baseball. I still think it's a failure on Brian Cashman because we could have got him for much cheaper.
Well, here's the thing, right? And
For less years, because you don't have to
you-
deal with the 39-year-old season probably.
you'll never hear me really defend Cashman and Steinbrenner, right? But let's be honest. The guy gambled on himself, and how many times when players do that does it actually pay off?
Gotta be
Honestly,
like
a solid-
10%, 15% chance.
I think it's literally like 5%.
You're
like,
right.
like this?
Yeah.
Come
No,
on.
not like this. Never
The
like
guy
this.
literally
Won the MVP.
won the MVP.
Hit 62 homers.
Hey, come on.
It's usually like look at Le'Veon Bell, like as completely fell down, like when
Like,
those
I'm
guys
sure,
gambled
I'm
on
sure
themselves.
Cashman
Lamar right
was
now.
sitting there like,
Lamar right now.
oh man, what did I do?
Yeah,
But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. How do we know he does this without that drive? We don't know. You have no clue what happens, right? Maybe Judge just goes and hits 40 home runs and doesn't have a historical season and isn't in the MVP talks. You don't know. But this is what happened. It's like, okay, you don't want to pay me this contract. I'm going to make you pay me an even fatter contract with more years, and I'm going to prove to you why I'm valuable to the most storied franchise in all of sports.
And now he's about to play bad for 9 years.
He might. He could. He literally could come out day one, stink it up for the first 5 years, and then boom, we got our own Bobby Bonilla and Aaron Judge.
Well, I'm reading this article on The Athletic right now, Keith Law, and historically, I wasn't aware of this. Players of Judge's physical caliber decline faster in baseball. They're like they're
Power hitter.
Yeah, they don't age well. So
Well, that's true.
so what you're saying, Cafone, this contract could come back to bite him in the ass eventually. It's a loss because they could have had him at such a discount last year. But yeah, I mean, I can't remember a better bet on yourself season than maybe 2012 Joe Flacco. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like
Listen, my two teams had the best bet on yourself seasons of all
Carson
time.
Palmer.
oh okay, yeah, Carson Palmer. That's a good one. What year was that?
No, we just whenever there's Joe Flacco mentioned, Connor, come on. Hit
Same
one.
guy.
Same guy.
Same guy.
Same guy.
Whenever Joe Flacco's mentioned on this, we just start throwing out names that is the caliber of Joe
Because
Flacco.
they like to make me angry with that, which it doesn't really
Dude, that
work.
one time it was so good.
The one time it worked.
You almost walked off the show. I'm just not gonna say anything. You're just gonna keep on cutting me off, and I'm over it.
No, because I was trying to move on the conversation, and then you weren't
Mike
letting
Lennon.
me. And that was getting frustrating.
Andy with Andy Dalton. That's
Now you got me looking at Carson Palmer's spot track right now.
Andy Dalton.
No, but
Kurt Warner with Arizona.
you know,
oh,
but
that was a good quarterback.
Getting back on Judge.
Phil Simms. Phil Collins. Whatever. You were saying?
So we were getting back on Judge.
Arson.
I think problem with that assessment, Charlie, like about the power hitter declining. I don't think Judge is strictly a power hitter.
You're correct. He led the league in batting almost.
Yeah. No, you're
He was
right.
almost the batting champ,
He's
so he can get singles and doubles.
he's a complete hitter.
But yeah, I do worry about how his swing speed could decrease.
His game will age.
Yeah, I don't.
All right, I see.
I still think he'll be a great fielder. He'll still be one of the best defenders in right field. I don't think the Yankees are going to move him to center field like they were doing beginning of the year this year. I think they're going to find Bader in center, start next year off, and he'll be in right. All a matter of who's going to be playing left. And I think it's either going to be Benintendi or they let Benintendi walk and make a deal for Brian Reynolds.
Who's on first?
Who?
What's on second?
What?
Did we hit Trey Turner last week on this or no?
I think we did.
We did.
Okay.
We definitely talked about Trey Turner. But that's a good signing.
Fellas, it's so far away, right?
Yeah.
But we do have other leagues that we need to get to, right? So before we
on.
wrap it up,
Hold on.
What?
Before
Hold
we
on.
do that.
who just walked in? Oh, is it the one and only Mike Foley? Mikey boy. Talk to the people.
Hey, people that are Giants fans, I just got one thing to tell you.
It's a W for the Eagles, baby. Go Birds!
I told you to lower it. Thank you. Thank you. We'll get to that.
12 and 1, baby.
Oh, man. Here we go. These Philly guys, they're just nuts, man.
I could tell by his demeanor the second he walked in, he was about to say something.
Yeah, I tried telling you to lower it a little bit.
I lowered
Did you
a
get
little
it?
bit.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That came blaring. We apologize for that. Shout out, Mike.
The Philly guys, they got stuff to worry.
Listen.
It's good, you know?
We'll get to Philly in a second. I got a story from MetLife. I know you guys love those.
Oh,
All right,
sweet.
we'll get to that in a second. But before we go, moving on from baseball, right? Anybody got any last takes, last things they want to say on what used to be America's pastime?
I want to ask Charlie 2 questions.
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay, so
Oh,
we're going to
God.
extend this
You
even
like
more.
the David Robertson signing?
Yeah.
And how do you feel about the Taiwan Locker loss?
Not as big a deal as I think it is. I mean, he was good last year, but I mean, the guys we're replacing him with, you know, we talked about the
Yeah,
Japanese
Senga
pitcher.
for sure.
I mean,
Doesn't even know his name.
You said Robertson.
Yeah, Dave. Well,
Look,
Charlie, what's his name? You just signed him. What is his name?
Tanaka.
Senga.
Tanaka.
Come on.
Kodai Senga.
I'm
It's
not.
just
I'm
like
not
that-
a baseball
it's
guy.
just like that.
I'm sorry, guys.
Just like that, Charlie has just been ostracized by the MLB community and the country of Japan.
Also, I just realized Manea got signed by the Giants too.
He said Tanaka.
We also got Frankie Montes, the Yankees too. I forgot.
Tanaka even
He's still there?
is Tanaka even playing baseball anymore?
Nah,
No.
Tanaka's gone.
No, I meant like is he still playing over?
Oh,
in Japan?
really?
He's playing in Japan.
Playing in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah. thank
He
you.
actually was a free agent at the end of this year for Japan, and the team that he was with re-signed him. But he was debating about coming back to America, and they said, "Nah, I'm staying in Japan."
Probably make more money that way.
bro. One of the best playoff pitchers I've ever seen. Masahiro Tanaka.
He said he wanted to be a Yankee or nothing else, right?
Yeah, I love
salute
that
him.
guy.
Salute him.
I love Massa. Come back,
Tanaka.
please. Tanaka was on this team right now with the pitching rotation we got.
Oh, man.
Be best pitching rotation in baseball.
Yeah, and Charlie would know his name.
What do you mean, bro? He's a Met.
Every guy's a Met who's a free agent.
Well, according to Charlie, they have Tanaka, but they don't have Tanaka. Keep
right.
it moving.
All right, moving on. We're going to head into NBA talk real quick.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we actually?
Yeah.
We're going right there?
We're going right there.
I thought we were mixing it up a little bit.
No, we're going to hit NBA.
I literally just teased the whole MetLife story. We're going to the NBA.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You're running the board. Hit me with a bing bong.
Bing bang.
I didn't want it from you.
Bing bang. That sounded really close though.
It was good. He's like he's a parrot. Literally
He's a parrot.
He can literally mimic voices, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. You ever hear his Artie impersonation?
Throw me.
Give me an Artie impersonation right now. Match week.
No, Matt. It's Copa Mundial, Matt.
Cam Martin. Cam Martin, peanut butter mouse.
All right,
Coach's playbook.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
Cam Martin.
Hey, yo.
Cam Martin from Coach's Playbook. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, he's all right. I'm not gonna knock Aaron Rodgers.
Ben Giro, production.
Oh.
And Mazz in the midday.
Ben Giro. No, Mazz. The Detroit Pistons are actually pretty good.
Wow. Can you hit me with a Charlie Baduini? Give it a shot. That's the laugh. That's the laugh.
That's the Charlie Baduini laugh.
Is that what my laugh sounds
Yeah.
like?
Just a little bit. It's kind of like a creaky door. It's hilarious.
Oh, damn.
A creaky door.
Now I'm super
Creaky
self-conscious
door.
about it. I
Creaky
think-
door. No, dude, don't worry, Charlie. You got the looks. You just there it is.
There it is.
It's creaking.
I'm not even doing it on purpose, I swear.
No, that's just what you do, bro. It's okay. Everybody's got their own call sign and catchphrases and mannerisms.
Jets.
That's hilarious, dude. That is. Oh man, it's
And
literally, it
impressions.
sounds like a bedroom door that just needs some WB-40.
I just...
Now he hears it, he can't unhear it, and Charlie will be getting a laugh coach to try to figure it out. Moving on, NBA. You already know what it is, and if you don't, we're mid-season, and things
Pelicans.
really haven't changed except for the Pelicans.
I just want to talk about the Pelicans.
Let's talk about the Pelicans.
They
You see that Zion dunk?
legitimately are the best team in the West right now.
Oh, are they number one?
They beat the Suns twice.
I think they're better than the Suns. I think they're a more complete. I like their top three better than the Suns' top three.
I like their top three better than the Memphis top three.
Ooh, yeah, I would agree with that.
Zion, B.I., and McCollum are better than Ja, Bane, and Brooks.
I'm telling you right now, when they have all three, it is a three-headed monster. Great chemistry. CJ, I think, is the leader of that team. Not the best player on the team, but I've said he's the second most important on that court. Him being matched up with Zion or with B.I., as opposed to the other two being paired up together, just makes more. It works more and it works better.
I think
you
that
know?
Pels team is legit, and I'm a big
I think-
fan.
I think the Pels team is also
Big
legit.
fan. I don't think anyone hates them. Does anyone hate the Pels? You know, they have respectable players. You know, nobody hates. There's no beef. You know.
The city of New Orleans, who never supported them until they started winning.
They're 9-1 over their last 10 games.
Dude, they're killing.
Because they have. That's the thing that I want to like. They have bigs. That's how you kind of win nowadays. Let's be real. Small teams don't win.
So small. What do you get?
That's why the Heat lose all these games.
And you know what? That is absolutely a great point. Because if you look at the top three, right in the East, the Celtics.
Yeah, they're the
Still
best.
rocking with
Robert
bigs.
Williams,
Yeah.
Grant Williams,
Al Horford.
Al Horford. Yeah, that's probably the best.
Well, I think
three
Robert Williams is
big-
hurt, but like still, he's gonna get them. They're gonna get him back.
He'll be back. He'll be
And
back.
Jason Tatum's a big.
That's
No,
the
he's
best.
not. He's not
No,
big.
he's a forward.
He's a forward.
No, but I'm saying that's the best three-headed monster big right now. in
I mean,
basketball.
like,
Well,
Brad-
I don't know. Well, listen, the Bucks, Giannis,
of course, that's the biggest team you could
Brook
probably think of.
Lopez,
Like
Bobby
Middleton,
Portis.
Bobby Portis.
Middleton on some other teams would be a 4, but like he's a 3 there
No,
because
he's-
they have
I
Giannis
don't-
and
I
they
don't think
have.
he's a-
No, he still plays small ball. He doesn't bully, bro.
No, he's not a 4, but I'm saying like in Miami he would be a 4 because they're just so
Yeah,
small.
'cause you guys
They're just so
went all in
small.
on the small ball. Cavaliers, Jared Allen,
Evan Mobley.
Kevin Love.
That's a exactly. That's
mean,
the kind of teams
exactly
that
my point.
win.
Those are the teams that
Because
win.
they're attacking down low.
Only team that doesn't, the Magic.
Listen, and then you come over, right? Oh wow, the Pelicans are actually number 1 in the West right now.
Yeah.
Suns dropped to 4.
Zion, Bi, and who's their center?
Well, Bi's not a big.
Valanciunas
They got Valanciunas, but they also got Jackson Hayes.
and Herb Jones.
I'm
And
not,
Herb
I'm not
Jones.
saying they're big, but like I'm saying for a small forward.
And get down to the nitty gritty in the paint.
PJ Tucker.
Yeah, yes, but he's 6'4". But yes,
If he was tall, imagine.
Yes. No, but he's a big.
He's only
but
6'4"?
He's really a 3D. Yeah, look it up. I swear.
Oh my
He's like
god.
6'4". He's small, man. He is Draymond Green with not as good defense and a better 3-point shot. Not these
But
days.
he makes winners. But how's that Sixers team doing though?
But
That's
listen,
the thing.
It is what it is. Grizzlies also got bigs.
Jaren Jackson, Steven Adams.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
Suns, DeAndre Ayton,
The Nuggets,
Mikal Bridges,
Aaron Gordon.
And Jokic, yeah, it's a solid
You
duo.
know. So
Like, you need solid bigs, but you also
Listen.
need bigs.
Dude,
that
the Pistons, Isaiah Stewart.
Hold on, but you need bigs.
stop it.
You need bigs, but you need bigs that could also stretch the floor.
That's true.
You need BNBs.
How's
BNBs.
how's Cat and Gobert doing right now? You know what I mean? Because that's the
Not that
two
great.
that's the two biggest like power forward center
Yeah,
duo
but
you
Cat's
could
still
think
soft, and they're in the 11th seed right now.
They're in the
11th
11th
in the
spot.
West. 11th
They're-
spot in the West. You need BNBs. You need bigs, not bums.
of. Bigs, not bums.
All right, and that's the difference. Because a lot of these teams, they got big bums. All right, but you need players that are going to come out and do the thing. Charlie, who's your team?
New York Knicks. New York Knicks, baby.
Of course. Charlie just lives in misery.
I was just about to talk about. You're talking about bigs. How about Isaiah Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson, huh?
What about Julius Randle?
What about Julius
Julius,
Randle?
dude,
Why
Julius
do the
Randle.
Knicks?
He's not a big though.
Oh, what? Julius
He's a
Randle's not
power
a big.
forward.
Like he's like
He
what 6'5"?
all he does is play bully ball, and he's like 6'8".
Okay, well, regardless,
Julius Randle
has been on a tear.
He is 6'8" actually.
recently.
Yeah, he's 6'8",
He's
250.
6'8". I know he's 6'8". He used to be a Laker. I know
Oh,
all about him.
my apologies.
And now the Knicks love him again. Oh, that's what I hate about the Knicks, dude. I can't stand the Knicks fan base for the sole reason of, I've talked about this multiple times, but Charlie's here and I finally get to say it to a Knicks fan. You guys want to sit there, right? Oh, things are going great. We love him. He's the second coming of the Lord, all right? But then when things start going bad, get him out of here. Got a bad attitude. Boo him. Even though he's the only one that had you in playoffs. It was him and old man Derrick Rose holding it down, right? And then the entire season, he starts talking back to the media. He starts booing the fan base because they turned their back on him faster than I change my pants in the morning, okay? And now it's like, oh, Julius Randle's averaging like 20 points again, and we're standing at, where are we at?
They're
Eighth.
seed.
Eighth.
They're
An
playing.
eighth.
So-
They're probably going to be a 6 seed. Let's be honest.
No.
Okay. You don't think so? You don't think so?
No way.
The Knicks are coming for that Pacers spot.
They're going to be an 8 or 9 seed. They're going to be playing.
So can I be
I
transparent?
don't know.
I
Sure.
thought the Knicks should have traded Randall after that 2021 season.
You all
After
did.
that,
And that's the problem with you
no,
guys.
no. But most of the that's when he got signed to the extension. Everyone was like, "Oh, he's ascending. He's going to be getting even better." I thought after that season it was an anomaly because he shot 40% from three for like one of the first times in his career, and it wasn't sustainable. It was that COVID year where there was nobody in the gyms, there was nobody in the arenas. Every player was shooting above their averages. But no, I thought Randall should have played that 1 year and been gone. And Obi Toppin should be getting all his minutes. I know he's hurt right now, but I think Obi's got a higher ceiling than what Julius has.
I'm going to be honest with you. I love Obi, and I don't think he has the higher ceiling.
Really?
I think it's actually right around the same.
Okay.
All right? Because I'm just going to be honest. Obi still got to take some steps. I feel like every time we see him, there's a flash of greatness. But then, like, the numbers just aren't really there. And I understand the minutes. But, like, if you look at, like, the correlation of minutes with what Toppin's putting up, like, yes, there's clearly potential, but I don't know, man. Is he going to be clawing you guys in to certain spots? Like, is Obi Toppin going to single-handedly bring you into the playoffs like Julius Randle did? I don't think so.
He's an 8th man.
What's up?
I think he's just an 8, like a third.
I think he could be a
star.
starter in a couple of years, but for right now, he is nowhere in the same realm
He's
as
a second
Julius
or third
Randle.
guy off the bench, in my opinion.
You know what the
You
Knicks'
think
biggest
that's what
mistake?
he's only going to be?
I think that's his ceiling right now.
You know what the Knicks' biggest mistake was?
What?
Not trading for D. Mitch in September. I mean, I don't care what the Jazz were asking for. They were asking for Quentin Grimes, R.J. Barrett. I mean, they should have done whatever they could have to get him because look what he's done for this Cavs team. Just completely.
Yeah, he's one of the best players in the league right now.
Seriously, I mean, I'm not gonna say I watched a lot of the Utah Jazz games these last few years besides the playoffs. But was he doing this like offense and defense over in Utah or like
the offense was definitely there. They
Of
were
course,
pairing
yeah.
him to Dwayne Wade.
yeah.
You know?
Utah had one good year in the playoffs, and that still didn't even go well when the Clippers took them out in
You
the
guys
6
ready
games.
for this one?
Okay.
You ready for this one? Donovan Mitchell's stats right now, 2022.
Okay.
36.7 minutes a game.
Oh, I thought you were going to say points.
No, 36.7 minutes a game. He's averaging 29 points, 49.6% from the field, 42.4% from three-point land, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.5
But-
steals.
That
And
hurts my soul, bro.
I feel like that's also a factor of having a good backcourt teammate in Darius Garland.
fair.
And like Evan Mobley and Jared
Well, I
Allen.
don't-
But yeah, of
Mobley
course.
doesn't bring an offensive presence, in my opinion, that much. I think Jared Allen brings a little bit, but I think
You think Jared Allen brings more of an offensive presence than Evan Mobley?
I think they're on the same level.
No way. Evan Mobley has a shot.
Yeah, but is he dropping 20 points a game?
I bet you Evan Mobley's averaging more than Jared Allen right now, and I'll look
Okay,
that
but
up for you.
that's not my point I was making.
Okay.
The point I'm making is right now, he has a really good second scoring option in Darius Garland. Did he have that in Utah?
No,
No, he
because
had Mike
Gobert and Conley at that point was getting
I think
older.
Darius Garland moving into. I don't think he'd be doing what he's doing right now if he was on the Knicks.
You don't think so?
Do the Knicks have a solid second scoring option?
I mean, him and
I
Randall,
actually think his stats would be
kind
ballooned
of
up.
Yeah.
What?
I think he'd actually have more sets because he'd have
More
more
volume.
possessions and he
No,
wouldn't have
but
to
I'm
have
saying
it.
that's,
More volume,
that's
yeah.
the same thing he did in Utah.
By the way,
He'd be the same player he was in Utah if he was with the Knicks. I think being on the Cavs right now elevates him so much more.
He should have come home.
By the
man.
way, Jared Allen averages 14.2 points and 32.5 minutes of play, as opposed to our boy, Evan Mobley. I just had it here. My bad. There it is. Thank you. I'm an old man. Bear with me. 34.3 minutes. He's averaging 15 points.
So wait, Mobley 15 and Allen what?
14 and change.
All right, I said they're the same type of player. They're the same guys.
Fair.
So
Same guy.
that wasn't the point I was making. I was just making a point that I think Donovan Mitchell is a better player in the Cavs system than he would be in the Knicks.
I just wanted to be known that Evan Mobley has a better offensive
Hey,
game.
listen, I
By
predicted
1 point.
Listen, I predicted that Cavs trade. I predicted it.
You did. That's the greatest thing that you've ever accomplished. I hope it's not the greatest thing you accomplished in your life.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
You know, it's a good one. I'll give it to you. It was fantastic. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The Knicks. I don't think R.J. Barrett and Julius is necessarily gonna be the pairing.
No.
I think one of them's got to go. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sorry,
Shea.
R.J. I don't think
It's gonna be
R.J.'s the
Shea.
guy.
But it might be now because of his trade value. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
That's
think,
the thing.
Who? No. I'm saying R.J.'s the one that should be.
Oh,
leaving.
yeah, yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask Charlie a question real quick. Would you be willing to give up R.J. Barrett and like 3 first-round picks for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander?
It's gonna take more than that.
Would you be willing to do that as a Knicks fan?
Yes.
No.
Wow.
Really?
That's too much.
What?
Yeah.
What's
I-
too much? You guys don't use your draft picks anyway.
No,
Hold on. I swear there's a YouTube video out there about this. From like the year of like I think it's like 2002, right? Like 13 draft picks. This is the Knicks. Power forward or center is all they took within like a
Kristaps.
12-year span.
The only good player they drafted in like a 15-year span was Kristaps.
Hey, guess what they needed?
RJ's good.
Is RJ that good?
He's not.
You just
great.
said you want to trade him.
He's not great, but he's a good
Nobody's saying
good
he's
basketball
Mitchell
player.
Robinson? Is Mitchell Robinson your best pick in the last 15 years? No, it's Kristaps. It's literally just Kristaps and Mitchell Robinson.
I guess. I mean,
You guys?
I don't
Come
know.
on,
I mean,
Charlie.
listen. I love RJ Barrett. I mean,
He's shooting 40%.
I love him. I love him, the guy. I love RJ as like what he does, like as a basketball player. Obviously on the court, not up to snuff. Because I mean, like when they gave him that extension this summer, what was it, 4 years, 120 mil? Like I think that was under the assumption that he was going to continue getting better. But his numbers are looking like it's going to be the same kind of season of last year.
You know what? I'm glad that you said, speaking of numbers, because guess what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is doing this year?
He's averaging 30 points.
30.8 points. Your boy's not even breaking 20 right now. And field goal percentages. Literally almost a 10-point difference.
Okay,
This is efficiency. Who's he playing with?
Okay,
the
but
Thunder? There's no help.
Exactly. That. So he's got more volume. He's literally shooting
Charlie,
every
all that means-
possession.
okay, I'll give you that. And the volume one normally works from what we were saying of why the things would be enhanced. But guess what? The efficiency does not go up with more volume. That's just more times the miss. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
You gotta
I
be
no,
willing
I
to
wouldn't.
make that trade. You
No,
have to be.
I would not give up RJ and 3 first-round picks. If you want to,
I don't think that's enough.
really.
If I'm the Thunder, I'd be like, no, I don't want that. Are you kidding me? I got a kid who's averaging 30.8 points right now on 50% shooting. Mind you, almost 6 assists, 1.7 steals, Pretty sure he's younger.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's like 2 or 3 years younger than him.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, had to hit me with the
Dude,
MJ. Come on.
I'm telling you right now, I don't think that's enough to get it done. I wouldn't do it. Connor, would you do that trade if you were the OKC Thunder? 3
No.
firsts
If
for
Gobert is
Shai?
4 first, then
That's what I'm saying. And listen, that trade literally, we need to come back to reality. That trade was ridiculous and broke the league. All right.
that did break the league.
It was
How many was
ridiculous.
Mitchell? Was that 7?
No, it was because there was 2 players involved in it.
Who they give up for?
They got Laurie Marketing.
And,
and
Isaac
Sexton,
Okoro.
right?
What's up? Isaac Okoro and Colin Sexton.
Yeah.
So, and then I think it was 3 and 3, or it was 2 and 3. I think it was 2 picks, 2 firsts, and those 3 players.
Yep.
All right, which is realistic. That was a decent move. The Gobert thing makes no sense. Congratulations, you gave up 5 first round picks for a guy who literally does nothing but alter a shot every now and then and grabs rebounds.
Yeah.
All right, and got exposed by the Clippers by going perimeter centric. All right.
Exactly. So that shouldn't be the baseline for an NBA trade. That should be an anomaly.
No, it is an anomaly. And We
Yeah.
need to come back down. This is ridiculous.
So that's what I'm saying.
But I'm
Why
telling
that
you-
3 first-round picks and RJ is way too much for Shea.
No, I'm telling you, because RJ's a little slouchy.
The potential's still there, though.
How long is the potential gonna be there, Baduini?
Dude, he's
How long is the potential
this
gonna
is
be there?
his 3rd or 4th year in the NBA.
Congratulations, and Josh, Zion, Shai have all already taken bigger steps than he's capable of.
4th. RJ's younger than all 3 of those guys you just mentioned.
By how much?
By
A
let's
year?
take a look.
Been in the league the same amount as the other 2. Shai's younger than him.
RJ Barrett is 22 years old.
Okay.
He's in his 4th NBA season.
Okay.
And
4
Shai
years
really
in
had
the NBA.
nothing.
How old Shai? I bet you Shai's like 20, 21,
24.
24. Shai's older than RJ. That's
Dude,
ridiculous.
RJ was literally
who else was in that
18,
draft?
19 when he got drafted.
Yeah, who else was in that draft? With Zion.
How many years
Ja?
does Shai have in the league?
I think he was the year after.
Was Garland in that draft too?
I think so. But that's what I'm saying, dude. He's had 4 years in the NBA. When's he going to take the leap, Charlie? Because we saw him get to it. I'm talking about the leap. Knicks fans think that RJ's going to... I'm not saying RJ's bad. I'm saying that RJ is essentially a Chris Middleton kind of guy. Okay? He's not taking that leap of superstar. This guy is going to be perennial scorer, a face of a franchise. It's just not it. He's not the guy. If for the Knicks to do anything, RJ can't be the number 1. I'm sorry. You're looking at RJ being a 3 if you guys ever want to make a legitimate run at anything.
All right, so you want to know who I see the comparison for RJ Barrett? Jimmy Butler.
Stop it.
Jimmy Butler took a few
stop
years
it.
to get acclimated in this league.
Stop it.
And eventually, when he did hit that,
RJ doesn't have the dog mentality like Jimmy
Oh,
does.
I don't know
He's
about
soft,
that.
dude, compared to Jimmy.
I don't know
Jimmy's
about
the
that.
hardest player in the league. The hardest player in the league. Who's harder than Jimmy?
PJ?
No, he's not.
No.
I don't know, man.
No
I
way.
watched those Heat games,
Stop it.
and if PJ had more skill, I don't know if Jimmy dives for those balls that PJ dives for, man.
I don't know, dude.
If we're talking like, are we talking dog as in like a guy who just plays hard, or a guy that is good but also plays hard?
We're just talking about like that competitiveness. Jimmy Butler's the best competitor
I feel like Pat
in the
Bev's gotta be in
NBA.
that conversation.
Pat Bev's up there for dogging him.
Yeah.
All right, but Pat Bev doesn't have the skill for sure.
Yeah.
No, if you can't combine skill, then yeah, not PJ.
So-
All right? Like if you're looking at guys who are just like absolute dog every sense, like talent is in there, but like they're monstrous. Ja Morant, Jimmy Butler, Giannis Antetokounmpo. No, not in the order I just said, but those 3 are up there.
Luka.
Yeah, you can put Luka up there.
Okay, but
Speaking of Luka, I gotta ask this real quick. What is wrong with Mavericks?
So
The same thing that's always wrong
isn't
with the
Christian Wood
Mavericks.
off the bench? I think that's one thing.
Luka's averaging like 32, and no one else is averaging over 17.
Hey, by the way, in Jimmy Butler's 4th year in the NBA, unlike RJ currently, he was averaging 20 points for that year.
what's RJ averaging right now?
18 and change.
Okay, come on, that's 2 points, bro.
Just saying, he ain't got that dog in him.
Regardless, I'm sorry to step over the Luka thing real quick, just real quick. Jimmy Butler wasn't labeled a dog his 4th year in the NBA. He was still
He
a
came into
young
the
bull.
league as a dog.
Did
do
he
you
really?
not? Do you not know his story? This is a kid who was homeless. His mom said, "Get out of the house." His entire basketball career has been built on one thing and one thing only. That is hustle,
And survive.
survival, grit, determination. He is dog.
You're absolutely
and
right.
he may or may not be Michael Jordan's illegitimate son.
You're absolutely right.
Have you never heard about this?
I mean,
Because he looks like him, yeah.
yeah. You're absolutely right about the Jimmy Butler being a dog thing. Cannot confirm or deny the Michael Jordan's illegitimate
RJ's
son.
from Canada.
Okay. So regardless,
When's the last time you found someone
Oh my
hard
God.
from Canada?
What I'm trying to say here, to circle back around to this, is Jimmy Butler. Yes, all those things are true that you said, disregarding the Michael Jordan thing, but like he wasn't like when he was on the Bulls, he was a solid role player. He was a great starter, but he wasn't the dog that he was when he went.
The last 3 years in Chicago, he was.
He was, but he. Let's see, how many years was he in Chicago? 1, 2,
Dude,
3,
you're telling
4.
me right now.
6 seasons in.
You're
with the
telling me the
Bulls.
kid who went from 13.1 points per game in his third season to 20 points the very next season wasn't a dog
I
within
think
his
he won
first
most
4
improved
years?
that year.
Wasn't a dog within his first 4 years?
No, I'm sure he was, but he wasn't at his full potential yet. And I'm saying RJ's at the same level.
And also, he was lost in the mix with the Derrick Rose Bulls that had Joakim Noah, Carlos
Facts,
Boozer,
dude.
Luol
He's
Deng.
literally sitting there lost in the sauce of a former MVP. Who's RJ competing with? Julius? Thank you. Thank you,
Julius
Jordan.
Randle, who you wanted to trade last year.
Who
also
is a dog.
I still think they should trade him right now.
That's the problem with Knicks fans. But yeah, you never heard the conspiracy theory of Jimmy Butler might be Michael Jordan's son?
Yeah, they're just like, you do look like
Dude,
Michael Jordan.
So the thing of everything like lined up, right? And I'm not saying I believe it. I'm not saying it's true. You can make your own determinations out there if you want to. So apparently the timeline, like, of when like everything happened with like Jimmy, right? Like from like his birth and everything, and like his mother never said like who like the father was. The conspiracy theory is that it was Michael Jordan from an affair. Because if you do put them next to each other, like a young Jimmy does look like a young Mike. All right, so, but apparently, supposedly, the whole thing was that Mike was like paying to like the child support, and then once like the child support stopped coming in, that's when she was like get out of the house, and that's how Jimmy ended up homeless and then was taken in by a good family.
So that's a conspiracy theory?
Oh, there's literally a whole YouTube video out there about it if you wanted to look it up. It's on you.
Interesting.
It's interesting. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's
probably
anywhere
not
true.
right.
Oh, listen, the odds of that happening are like, you have better odds of winning the lottery, all right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it was just something interesting to throw out there. And hey, it piqued your interest, right? That doesn't
It
always
did,
happen.
actually. You said that, I was like, what?
You literally almost fell out of the chair. You're like, what are you talking about? Who is it? You know what? I bet Michael Jordan wished he was his son when it comes to basketball because the other two couldn't get out of college.
The one went to UCF.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Listen. Anyway, but coming back around to it.
Mazz.
RJ Barrett ain't the guy.
Wait, isn't one of his
Okay.
sons? Hold on. Isn't one of his sons dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife?
I believe so.
Michael
Who hasn't
Jordan
dated
Jr.
Scottie Pippen's ex-wife.
Wow.
Mazz, who's late GM trading for?
Honestly, I'm glad that you brought that up. I've heard some names. Oh, God, we gotta come back to the Lakers. I was trying to avoid it this show, to be completely honest with you. I did hear some names. Hold on one second.
Fred VanVleet.
I would love Fred VanVleet. I think Fred VanVleet is exactly what that team needs. All right, that is a scrappy point guard who makes plays. His basketball IQ ain't Chris Paul, but it's up there. He's quality.
Would the
He's got a shot. He can score. It would be fantastic.
What would the Lakers have to give up to get Fred VanVleet?
Oh man, it'd be a lot. I think it'd
But
be a lot.
do they have it? I don't think they have what it, like,
Are you giving up 2 first-round picks for Fred VanVleet? Because I think that's more than enough.
just 2 first-round
I
picks?
think Fred VanVleet's legitimately no. Like obviously some players would it, but do you think Fred VanVleet is worth more than 1 or 2 first-round picks?
Yes.
What-
I think 2.
How old is he?
He's 28.
That's not bad.
I don't know, dude. I think 2 first-round picks, Pat Bev, and Kendrick Nunn. You don't think that gets it done?
I don't know if the Raptors would play on that.
Why not? They're not going anywhere.
Fred VanVleet's better than Rudy Gobert.
I would say so too. But listen, we just said that's an anomaly. You can't use that as a baseline.
I know, but
Right,
I
but
feel
where
like the
are the
Raptors
Raptors
are going to
even
be
at?
asking for enough.
The Raptors are sitting at a 9th seed. All right, I don't know, man. I think it's time for them to hit the reset button. Fred VanVleet is not going to be able to be the guy with the roster that they have.
Can I throw you a name?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bogdanovich,
Oh,
Detroit.
I've heard, I found it. I've heard Evan Fournier. I've heard Cam Reddish, and I've heard Bogdanovich.
Is that
You don't
what
want Fournier.
need, though?
What's up? They need shooting. And I'm telling you right now, out of the 3 names that are just named, I want Bogdanovich, but I don't want to give up 2 first-round picks for it. All right, 2 first-round picks. I want a Fred VanVleet. I want my point guard for the next 5 years.
It's tough because, like, I'm trying to like formulate who could be. Up
It's
there.
a tough market, man, and they don't have much to work with. Do you trade Lonnie? Lonnie's
I feel like
emerging.
you have to.
You want to talk about a Jimmy Butler type kind of guy? Lonnie Walker is it. All right. Finally gets some minutes. He's averaging 18 points. Big jump. He's got that dog in him. All he needs is to get the frame up a little bit. Lonnie's a dog, man. Unlike RJ.
Unlike
Had to throw the shot.
Absolutely. That's what I do here. Welcome to the show.
What other shooters do you think are on the market?
There is no shooters on the market. There's nothing on the market because everybody's like, oh, we have the squad. This is the squad that we trust. But like it shouldn't. All right, Buddy Hield should be on the market, but he's not going to be because the deal probably would have already gotten done. Russ, who wouldn't want that Russ contract right now? It's expiring. $45 million cleared up next season. Somebody come take it. A team like the Pacers, who are sitting at a 7th seed, you're not going to do nothing. Come get it. The Raptors, just do it. You're telling me right now, cleared up $45 million cap space with Russ. 2 first-round picks. You and Pat Bev, you wouldn't take that for Fred VanVleet?
Yeah, I would.
I don't know if the money works, but it should.
You want to trade Russ?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I mean,
Why wouldn't you?
these last 10 games, they're what? They're 9-5 or
That's
something
fine,
like that.
but
he's been a big piece of that.
I'm aware of that, but I think a guy like Fred VanVleet could be a bigger piece to it. All right.
I guess you're right. It just depends on
Where's
what
the
they
shooting
get back.
on that team, Baduini? Tell me where it is, because it's non-existent.
Yeah, I was supposed to say
I'm gonna
non-existent.
I'm gonna throw a name out there.
LeBron's the best 3-point shooter on the Lakers.
And
That's a problem.
I'm gonna throw a name out there. Gary Harris.
Ooh, Gary Harris is a guy that gets no love.
I'm saying, do you think the Lakers would make a move at Gary Harris?
I don't know. Not for 2 first-round picks though.
First and
Pat Bev, sure, done.
maybe a pick swap and Pat Bev.
Sure. Anybody that wants anything more than that is absolutely out of their mind.
He's shooting 43% from 3.
The Magic need to make some trades.
Wait, who's shooting 43%? Gary Harris?
Gary Harris.
I don't want him.
What?
Don't want him. The last time we brought in the best shooter in the NBA was Wayne Ellington, and where'd that get us? Wayne Ellington goes from the best 3-point percentage in the NBA, comes on over. There's something about the Lakers picking up like the top shooters.
He's shooting 40%.
Danny Granger comes over, can't do nothing. Wayne Ellington comes over, can't do nothing. KCP, I'm so sick of guys leaving the Lakers and emerging as stars. I'm talking about Jordan Clarkson. I'm talking about Kyle Kuzma, that bum.
I heard Kyle Kuzma might be on the trade market.
Yeah, it shouldn't be coming back here. That's okay. Whoever else wants him.
So where would you see a Kyle Kuzma ending up?
The Raptors, potentially.
Brooklyn?
Dude, it's such a
Come to
waste.
Miami, Kyle.
You want that?
Where?
I
who are
don't
you
think
gonna
so.
trade?
Look at me. Guards or centers?
Centers.
Guards or centers?
Centers.
That's what you guys need. Guards
Centers.
or centers. Okay?
But I don't know. A lot of the good centers right now are probably untouchable.
Dude, everybody's untouchable. I feel like it's becoming like the NFL where nobody wants to make moves, and I can't stand it. That's what I love about the NBA most than anything, because everybody's like, let's get the deal done. Every offseason, big names are going cross-country, and I love it. Charlie, how do you feel about it?
That's how I got into the NBA. I mean, like, I fell in love with LeBron, 2016 NBA Finals. That was like my introduction to basketball, and ever since then, like the most exciting times of the year is always July, beginning of free agency, and then the trade deadline.
You said 2016 was your introduction to basketball?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So we've been having this Jordan debate, and your introduction was 2016.
Well, I mean, I've done my research since then.
You didn't live it though, so you just don't understand.
That's fair. I mean, that's a fair take to have.
Thank you.
But regardless, I mean, that's always been the most exciting for me personally.
You gotta learn, young blood. You gotta learn.
I'm learning.
But I'm gonna go back to Kuzma to the Nets.
Yeah.
What would it take to get that deal done?
Honestly, I think that might be 2 first-round picks. Cam Martin in the building. Cam, say what up to the people.
What up, people? Jordan's better than LeBron.
Jordan's better than LeBron. Thank you. Thank you.
I disagree wholeheartedly, but
That's all right, Baduini. That's why we got a show named after us, and you're a guest. Hey, hit him with it. Love
Oh.
yeah.
you. I love you, Charlie.
Bonk? He's just bonking
Can you
me.
hit me with an Ayo?
Damn.
An AO? You want an AO?
I want.
yo!
Thank you. There
You
it
need
is.
the O sound effect for
Man.
sure.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you need that. You
That's
need
our
that.
sound effect.
The regular show.
Fellas, we're here on 90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Kyle Kuzma to the Nets, what's it going to look like? Little NFL talk and some awful stuff happening down at the Heismans. Coming right back at you live. This has been Mazz in the midday after this short break. Welcome back to 90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair, Ant and Mazz in the midday.
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 Yeah, okay, sorry. In the midday, Charlie Baduini in the building, but we also got another person, a DJ, who was apparently born ready for this moment. Vincent, give it to us.
Vincent Picone. Here you go.
Come on.
Hi, I'm Vincent Picone, and this is WMSC News. Iran executed a second detained protester earlier today. State media reported after a rapid trial as unrest and anger towards the government continued to boil over and around the country. A 23-year-old was put to death in a public hanging less than a month after his arrest. An Iran paper released photos of the public hanging. A Libyan man accused of making the bomb that killed 270 people after it blew up Pan Am Flight 103 over Lockyer in Scotland in 1988 is in custody in the United States. Scottish and U.S. law enforcement officials said yesterday. The series of mysterious rumblings and vibrations felt last Monday afternoon throughout the state's New Jersey's lower region are now likely known to be caused by supersonic test flights, a Navy spokesman told NJ Advance Media. The Giants lost to the now 12-1 Philadelphia Eagles 48-22 at home yesterday, and the New York Jets lost to the Buffalo Bills 20-12. They now sit at 7-6 on the season. Both teams have skidded as of late. The weather in Montclair has a high of 38 and a low of 26. For WMSC News, I'm Vincent Picone.
All right.
Great job, Vincent.
Incredible.
Wow. That was a news update if I've ever heard one.
The news
Skidded.
The news is never.
New word, skidded.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever Charlie, ever used skidded in a
Yeah, I
sentence?
have.
I can't say it's ever come off naturally.
Yeah, I don't think I've used
The
that
Ant and
either.
Mazz word of the day.
Word of the day.
Brought to you.
Skidded. Brought to you by Vincent.
Brought to you, Vincent.
Thank you, Vincent. We appreciate you, buddy. Anyway, where was I? First off, let me just say, if you messed up in history, man, they gonna find you. Bin Laden, 10 years. That guy, what happened in
1988.
88? And they just got him now?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, you ain't getting away with it.
You ain't getting away with it, man. Just be good people. Stop it if you want to.
If you want
No
to.
call to actions here. You gotta say if you want to, if you're gonna say something.
Yep.
You know. Anyway.
Back to
Kyle Kuzma. What would it look like?
Kyle Kuzma traded the Nets. What would it look like?
Who do you really want to give up? Ben Simmons?
I don't think they'd want Ben Simmons.
I don't think they want Ben Simmons. I really don't think there's
Seth Curry,
maybe. Royce O'Neal? Maybe.
T.J. Warren.
Does that make you guys better though? I don't think it does.
I feel like adding Kuzma off the bench as a sixth man. Maybe you give up T.J. Warren and 2 firsts.
See, I think. Do you even like the starting lineup?
I do like the Kyrie. I think Kyrie and KD have been clicking as of late.
Okay.
They've been playing much better.
Yeah.
You factor in. They put it. I don't like Joe Harris starting. I don't like it. I don't think Joe Harris is a guy that should be starting.
He doesn't bring any defense, dude. All he does is bring a 3-point ball. But if you actually zone in on him, right? If he's your second option and they're actually worried about it, he can't do nothing.
Yeah, I think he's very one-dimensional.
Yeah. Well, the Nets are climbing up, dude. They're in the 4th seed right now, sitting at 16 and 12.
I like what we have with Nick Claxton. I think Nick Claxton can be a really good center in the league. It's just a factor of he could play on that low block and be that guy who would go up against the best centers in the league and come out on top.
Connor, if you're the Nets, are you trading for a Kuzma?
I don't know.
You're not. You don't want to do that. I know everybody likes
The
him.
Nets should
I know
be
he's-
eyeing someone at the deadline.
Yeah, just not Kyle Kuzma.
But who?
Somebody that can hopefully play defense.
All right, so any ideas?
Draymond Green.
Well, Draymond's leaving. It's a
Yeah.
known. He's not coming back to Golden State. next
I
year.
heard if Braun's there, he's gonna be looking at LA and taking a pay cut.
Well, he said he wants to play with LeBron before he retires.
Yeah.
Which
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, he'll be a Laker.
Makes sense.
Hey, I think it's
I'd wanna
a
play with the third best player of all time, too.
95%
Third.
chance.
Third.
Who's 2?
I said it.
Kobe?
Who's got more rings, bro? Thank you.
I was saying, but what I was saying.
He's like, that was it. I'm never coming back.
No, it's just the. No, I'm sorry, Ant. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, Ed, go ahead.
Yeah, I say it's a 95% chance that Draymond is a Laker next year.
Oh yeah, I think so. I'm gonna come back to Charlie real quick.
Rings are not an individual statistic. It's a team statistic.
Yeah, you're right, and congratulations. When you are one of the 2 best players on your team, you contribute directly to that ring. Let's get it. If Shaq was putting up 30, Kobe was putting up 28, get at me. You were saying that. Nope, we're done. Done. Don't go in timeout.
This Kobe debate just takes up too much time.
Yes, absolutely. So keep it moving. Back to Kyle Kuzma. I don't think he's the guy. I think a defensive anchor is somebody that you need to be looking for. The problem is that here's the thing, dude. I really feel like anybody could be a really good defender in the NBA if they want to. Not elite, but a really good defender. It's literally just effort sometimes.
If they could teach Duncan Robinson defense, I'd love to pay. I'd pay to see that. So you can find those guys.
It's just effort, man. Like you're not gonna be Kawhi. That
Well,
takes
you need
talent.
quickness.
Yeah.
You need
Okay.
quickness. You can't. You
Do
can't
you,
be
though?
like,
Do
yeah,
you?
go guard John Morant
Gobert's- time
1-on-1.
out. Gobert's not quick, but he's still a good defender.
Yeah, but he plays interior defense.
Yeah, Kyle
You
Anderson.
can't,
I
you
never
can't
said-
say, Duncan Robinson, go out there and guard John Morant 1-on-1.
No,
It's
I'm not-
it just takes effort.
I'm not saying that. That's not
It takes
what,
effort. You can stop
That's
him.
not what I'm saying. I'm saying you should be able to be good at some component of defense with some effort for an NBA player. You're playing countless hours. They say
But some guys
10,000
have
hours.
strength. Some guys don't.
10,000 hours, you become a professional in anything. Okay? So just put in as much as some
How much
guys.
time is 10,000 hours, Nas?
What's up?
How
It's a
much
lot of
time? Yeah, but how much? Just give me a rough estimate. How much?
So if you have 1,000 hours, you got to do that 10 times.
Yep.
And you
That's
end
like
up
10
ends
years.
up with 10,000. But they've been playing forever, right? You've been playing forever. And
Yeah,
if,
but they focus on
if
certain
Ben
aspects of their game.
Simmons put in his work into shooting the ball and free throws every day, all right, then Duncan Robinson should take a break from shooting the threes and playing some defense and learning that better, all right? What are you doing at practice all day? That's what I want to know. You can't get better at what you've already been great at, all right? You hit the ceiling. Go work on something else for a minute.
Yeah, but I just think guys have their certain strengths,
They absolutely do.
and they've worked on those strengths for 10,000 hours.
And
You can't work on every single thing on the basketball court for 10,000 hours. It's
listen,
not
if
physically
Giannis
possible.
Antetokounmpo can get as big as he was after the stick that came into the league, hard work and dedication pays off. Because guess what? Giannis's defense, yes, he is a great athlete. Yes, he is quick and all that stuff. But a lot of it helps is the fact that he's not getting bullied anymore.
Yeah.
Okay? So there's things that you can do. I'm not saying you're going to be the next Kawhi, but there's things that you can do to improve upon that, and I'd really wish somebody at the Nets would work on it.
Well, I can tell you one thing Giannis can't do is shoot.
Okay, but it's gotten
Not
better.
every guy has.
But it's gotten better.
But I'm saying not every guy can be excellent at everything.
I'm not saying
They
they're
have
going to be
their
excellent.
special-
I didn't say that. I said that you could be good.
At
good
everything.
is like okay.
Yes.
It's okay. You could be okay at it with effort.
There's nothing LeBron is terrible at.
What's up?
Nothing LeBron is terrible
Yeah,
at.
yeah, but there's stuff that he's okay
No, exactly,
at,
but
like
nothing.
free
Yeah,
throws,
yeah, exactly. But he's not terrible at nothing really.
being
Yeah.
in the finals. Sorry, coming out with a win in the finals, not good at.
God.
I mean, his last finals appearance, he did.
No,
win.
Charlie, it's over. It's over.
And you're a Nets fan?
I'm a Nets fan.
How'd that happen?
I always rooted for New Jersey teams when they
Oh.
were here. They moved to Brooklyn. I was just like, all right, I'll stick with them. And
He's a big Darren Williams guy.
Yeah.
Darren Williams, yeah.
Darren Williams, yeah.
Big KG
ISO
Pierce
Joe.
guy.
Gerald Wallace guy.
Dude, Gerald Wallace was the dude. I remember him on.
Big Brooke Lopez guy.
I can't believe the Bobcats was actually a franchise.
Dude, I remember
Bring him
their
back.
last season.
The Hornets is such a bad name.
What?
I like the Bobcats better than the Hornets.
Dude.
You're-
But the Horn-
what? That is the worst take anybody's ever. Are you kidding me?
The
You're
Charlotte
You're joking
Bobcats.
right now.
Connor, Bobcats or Hornets?
Charlotte Bobcats, Charlotte Hornets. Which one's better?
The Hornets have a much more historical, like.
No, but which one do you like better?
What team name?
We
is
In a
understand who
vacuum.
has it.
I feel like the Hornets.
Who had the better logo? 'Cause I'm
Oh, the
telling you right
Hornets.
now,
Hornets.
The '90s Hornets logo, one of the
Sick.
best logos
They
ever.
have better colors too. That orange and blue was a little weird,
Yeah,
man.
it was so bad. It was bad. It was just
I
bad.
like the Bobcats, bro.
And it's a solid. I'll
like
give
the
it credit.
You
It's
were
a
the
solid
only
name and everything.
person that would ever say that. And you and the lone
But then the Hornets
Gerald
moved to
Wallace
New Orleans.
fan out there that has his jersey from Charlotte.
No, the Bobcats aren't bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but compared to the Hornets, like there's significance there. But the Bobcats aren't a bad name.
Okay,
I'll give it a good name.
let's rank the names. That's what we're gonna do before we head on over to the NFL. We're going to rank the names in NBA. Just names.
The worst name is probably the Nets.
Knickerbockers, number 1.
Absolutely not. You're named after pants.
I think
you
the
kidding
Nets are probably the worst.
They're
That
named
name,
after
the last
fans.
bag.
The
The
last
last
bag.
That was just my
Okay,
bias
okay.
showing.
So do we want to hit it with name and logo or just name?
Name.
Just name. Okay.
Timberwolves are pretty cool.
Okay, so
I
what do
honestly
you guys think is the pinnacle name in basketball?
It can't be bland.
It can't be bland. I feel like it actually has to do with basketball a little bit.
Uh,
You know, maybe.
I think the best name of any team right now, I like the Pacers.
Pacers is good. I don't know if it's up there. I feel like Pistons is better than Pacers.
No.
You don't
come
think
on.
Pistons better than Pacers?
Pacers is a cool name.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're named after the pace car who sets the pace.
Yeah. And also, I feel like
Congratulations.
Pacers is a great name for like a basketball team.
Okay, yeah, because you set the pace.
The Magic is kind of weird.
The Magic is weird.
What is it named after? Like, is
I feel like the Heat's
Orlando.
Heat is the best name in basketball.
I was just about to say
The-
Miami Heat's got to be up
The
there.
Heat's got to be the best name in basketball.
interesting?
It actually has to do with basketball. You could get hot at any second. It refers to the area of where they're playing because it's hot in South Beach. It's just a great name. And the logo's Fuego. But we're not talking about logos here. We're just talking about names.
I think the
It makes
Clippers
sense.
got to be one of the worst.
Clippers
Yeah.
got to be awful. Clippers got to be down there.
Okay, so some teams have some of the names with some of these teams have an issue where, it was their name originally in the original city, but when they moved away, they kept the original name. So it doesn't
Lakers
make
make sense when they were
in
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis,
Yeah.
and the Jazz made sense in New Orleans, not in Utah. You know what I'm saying? So, that one's a little weird for sure.
I'm a big fan of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's a good name.
I think
That's
that
a great
just
name,
kind of
yeah.
rolls off the tongue.
The Warriors, that's also one. That's also a good one.
How do we feel about Celtics?
I like it just because they're from Boston, and I feel like there's a big Irish community up
Yep.
there.
But if
So I
they
feel like
they
it works.
relocated, it'd be terrible.
Awful. Be the worst one ever. Unless they went to another place where, Irish communities are prevalent. But, no, Boston
Nuggets.
Celtics. Nuggets is okay. It's not great. It's not bad. I think people just like it because of Nuggets, and everybody likes Nuggets. And
Oh,
it has to do
man.
with a golden nugget, but people just prefer McDonald's nugget,
bring
like
back
a
the
name-
Supersonics. Come on.
Supersonics is a great name.
Great
It's a
name.
great name.
Fantastic.
Great
Bad
logo,
name.
greatest mascot I've ever seen.
Bad-
It was
bad-
just Charlie. Fun fact: what was the? Nobody answer this but Charlie.
Oh boy.
No.
What was? What? Please know what?
Is it the same story about how Seattle moved to Oklahoma
No,
City?
no,
Okay.
no. Nobody answer this. What was Seattle's mascot? What was the
I
mascot?
literally just.
What was
I
it?
was with you when you asked the kid with the hat the other day.
Yes. What is it?
Kid with the hat. Who's the kid with the hat?
Sounder.
It's not a sounder.
He's got this. Come
I
on.
don't have this.
No, I don't
I'm
either.
just asking. I'm not
Say-
even asking
say
for
the-
a name.
Is it
I'm asking for what it was.
I
I
don't know
literally.
what it
is. Is it gold?
I'm sorry. I give up.
Like a-
I give
like a-
up. What was
Like a
it?
bear?
Up in
Up in Seattle.
Up in Seattle, they have this thing, right? It's part of the culture, right? There's a mythical creature running around in the woods, supposedly.
Bigfoot?
Bigfoot. They
Bigfoot
had
was
a
the-
Sasquatch, and his name was Squatch, and Squatch was awesome, and it's the
Wait,
greatest
isn't he still a
mascot
Thunder
ever.
mascot?
No,
So
the
awesome.
Thunder's mascot is a bison.
Oh, okay.
Because
That's
they're the Thunderbird.
that's awesome.
It's the greatest mascot you will ever see in the NBA.
Squatch.
By the way, one name that stinks.
What?
Trailblazers.
That's not the worst.
It's a mouthful. It's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful. I don't like it. The
I feel like a
Raptors.
team name's got to be.
The Raptors would be cool if they actually found a raptor's bone up in Canada. I don't think they ever did because I believe they were known to be more southern parts. I think
I
Africa,
think
South
the,
America.
the Jazz is just
Central
bad.
America.
The Jazz is just
yeah.
bad.
The Jazz.
It's not even. It got nothing to do with Utah.
All
It's
right.
got no-
the Suns.
So we all agree.
The worst is the Clippers.
Oh really?
I think the Clippers is the worst team name in the NBA.
Sacramento Kings is pretty mid as well.
No, but the Kings is a good. I like the Kings name.
I don't like the Kings because it's just everybody's done it.
Yeah.
Where did Chicago Bulls come from? Anybody know?
no.
Where did that come from? I like it, but I think I like it because more of the logo. It's a great logo.
and an historic.
The
'cause
Wizards got to be bad.
No, I don't mind Wizards.
Every
Bull-
other Washington,
Washington Bullets was cool.
the Baltimore Bullets. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah.
I understand why they changed it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Wizards just it's okay. Hawks is cool.
I like Hawks.
76ers is great. It's a great name.
I
Oh, yeah.
love 76ers.
76ers
name, yeah.
might be that might be the best name.
Mm.
I think it's still the Heat, but 76ers
I'm
got to be
still
up there.
rolling with the Pacers. I think the Pacers have the best name.
All right, Grizzlies was
Grizzlies cool.
fantastic, especially in Vancouver.
Pelicans stinks.
Pelicans is.
I think
not
Timberwolves
Mavericks
is a very
and Rockets
nice one.
is good.
Spurs is good.
Spurs
Rockets.
is
I
kind of
Houston
boring.
Rockets
Houston Rockets is good.
because Houston's synonymous with. Space.
I feel like the Timberwolves is just too much too. All right, final votes for the worst name
It's Clippers.
in basketball. You're saying Clippers. Charlie,
Sacramento Kings.
Give me the Jazz.
I'm also rocking with the Jazz.
Yeah.
So according to Mazz in the midday, by proxy of 2-1, Ben.
What's
if you-
second worst? Clippers.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay.
I'll give you that. But I don't know, dude. I'm a little biased. I just hate the Clippers because we should have had Kawhi.
What is,
Anyway.
what is a Clipper?
It's a
It's a
ship.
boat. Yeah,
Ship.
it's a boat.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Terrible.
I mean, it has to do with the area, I guess.
Terrible name.
Would have been better. I think San Diego Clippers sounds a lot better than Los Angeles Clippers.
Weren't the Clippers in? That was the Buffalo team,
They were in
right?
San
Yes.
Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they moved to San Diego.
In San Diego, then LA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should go back to
bizarre.
San Diego. Anyway, you know what time it is. Bum, 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 bum.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, fellas.
We
We saw.
This was the weirdest. We always say this. This is the weirdest week of football.
It gets weirder each week.
It just
doesn't
gets weirder each
more
week.
weird. It gets more weird.
Pick'ems was rough
Dude, the
this
Broncos
week.
were this close to beating the Chiefs.
Let's hit him with the. Let's hit it with the.
I can roll down them right now.
I think I'm in last place now officially.
Oh, you were in last
Thursday-
place.
Yep.
I was
Thursday
talking with
night-
Ben this morning.
I'm officially in last place.
Thursday night, we thought the Raiders was gonna win. The Raiders did not.
Baker Mayfield dog of the week. We're calling it right now.
I was a solid 2 minute.
Let me just get dog of the week out right now. It was a close race. I think there were many different people in the running for dog of the week this week. I think you had to talk about Morocco. Sorry, Mazz. Morocco definitely up there for being the first African team to go to the semifinals in World Cup history, which is just amazing. I think also you got to throw in your boy Caleb Williams, the Heisman winner. But I think I settled upon a dog of the week, and it's got to be Baker Mayfield, bro.
You giving Chris Letang any love?
Sorry, dude. I'm not a hockey guy.
What is the parameters
But
of dog
doesn't
of the
matter
week?
if it's a hockey
I
guy.
don't care. Sorry.
What did he do?
He had a stroke and he's already back on the ice.
How long ago was the stroke?
Probably like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Is he like...
And it's the second of his career.
Could you get a dog of the year without winning a dog of the week? Is that possible?
This
I
guy,
think you should be able.
2 strokes in his career, and he's not back on the ice playing, but he's
Two
all-
strokes.
in his career, yeah.
How old is he?
Letang, so his
What
first
is
stroke,
he eating?
first stroke was back in 2014, and I think it was like a heart condition that they kind of figured it
Okay,
out from.
okay.
And he just had the most recent stroke was a week and a half ago,
How
or,
old is this guy?
Dude, you gotta retire after
How
that.
old is
man.
and he's
That's
already
dangerous.
skating again. He's already skating
that's
again.
all-
Two
awesome.
strokes.
Dude,
in
listen,
his
that's
30s?
awesome that he's skating again. But like, dude, that is insane. Like, come on, man. You gotta think about the athlete first. Like,
Letang is 35.
that's
not good,
insane,
bro.
dude.
You gotta give it up.
That's insane.
But I'm still rocking with Baker Mayfield. I'm sorry, Connor.
I understand.
Yeah,
Understand.
Listen, the
Yeah,
guy.
listen, you want to give a dog of the week on the hockey show? That's on you.
I think we
But here
did.
it is,
I think we
Midday.
did actually.
Ant is a dictatorship when it comes to this.
Don't say that.
What?
Don't say dictatorship.
You're a dictator when it comes to dog of the week. We sit here week in and week out, and we try to make good cases, and it'll even ask, "Hey guys, what do you think dog of the week should be?" And then it's just like everybody, great suggestions, and then Ant has a good suggestion in his mind already, but he just wanted affirmation, and then when he doesn't get it, he's still rocking with it.
True. But I'm still rocking with Baker Mayfield.
No, Baker was great. Yeah.
Baker gets signed by L.A. on Tuesday. Plays in the Thursday game against the Raiders.
Anthony Bonaparte over here.
Was down 16-3 in the fourth quarter. Comes back and wins the game. Dog.
Dog.
I gotta agree with that. I mean, obviously, I'm new here to this dog of the week thing, but Baker just, for some reason, for some reason, like Baker just like turns it on whenever like
He needs it.
Not
when the team needs it, when he
needs it. Exactly. That's that perfect way to say it. I mean, like, because like he was making some throws that Thursday night that I
Yeah.
haven't seen since like. What was it, year 2 or year
2020,
3?
yeah.
Yeah, when he had that one good year with Cleveland, like he was balling. No lie.
I mean, he didn't really start until the fourth quarter.
Baker's kind of a
What?
guy.
I thought he played the whole game.
Yeah,
No, but he came in at the end of the first, but like
Oh,
he
okay.
wasn't playing
Nah,
really good.
dude, he
until
was
the
he
fourth.
was ripping it.
I
He
thought he
was.
looked
But he
good.
wasn't scoring.
Well, yeah, but
You
but
didn't
but
need to score
he
to
didn't
look
need
good.
to. Yeah.
I mean, you look good, yeah.
Like, it's
but-
not his fault that the bum receiver couldn't get into the end zone.
Yeah.
All right, you're still putting those passes out there. Is it Tom Brady's fault that the Bucks aren't winning?
I think he's part of the blame.
No way. He's been playing phenomenal, bro.
Brady?
Yes.
He hasn't been good these last 2 weeks.
Leave him alone, bro. But the weeks before that, he's been all right.
Okay, I'll give you that.
There's a difference between
Trying to defend him,
phenomenal
just let me
and
defend him.
average, and he's been playing average.
No, he was playing pretty good.
Dude,
He's
he's been a mid
playing
QB this year. Yeah.
average.
the
Yeah.
beginning of the season was not his fault, man.
Dude, he's like the middle quarterback right now in football.
Okay.
Like when
Yeah.
it comes to this
Listen,
season,
I'll give it to you.
Like
He's right in the
I'd
middle.
take Kirk Cousins over him right now.
yes.
I don't think it's him, dude. I think if you swap the teams, I think they're doing the exact same things that they're.
Yeah, I totally agree. But
No, I'm saying like Tom would be playing like Kirk up in Minnesota.
totally. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I think that look at Baker. All right, he goes from not even playing. Carolina is just basically the abyss of the NFL at this point. Okay, and then he goes in, he wins a big game. Granted, it was against the Raiders, who schmucks, but not schmuck of the week. Okay, but I don't know, man. I think it's a good candidate. I like the dog of the week pick. I thought he made some good throws. Baker Mayfield is a guy who is.
I don't like Baker.
I know you don't like Baker. Baker's a guy who cares about himself. He turns it on when he most needs it. He is a guy who is not going to elevate talent around him. He's only as good as the talent around him, I feel
Agree.
But I think he did elevate in the fourth quarter.
Okay,
That was
fine.
a
Yeah.
phenomenal
Fair.
comeback. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not going to make a guy. Like, you need someone there to have somewhat talent to help him make the play. You're not going to take Joe Schmo off the bench and Baker's going to make him the next Randy Moss for a series.
Like Aaron Rodgers does.
And I think
Aaron
the
Rodgers did.
pairing with McVay is also really good because I think him and Stefanski were always kind of button heads in Cleveland, and I mean obviously Matt Rule's a terrible football coach, professional football coach, but I think him and McVay could be a good combo going forward. And I know you just said you don't like Baker. I've always had a little bit of a soft spot for him.
Charlie, you look like a Baker guy.
In 2018,
I bet, don't lie to me. You were a
You thought
Charlie
the Jets
Manziel
were
guy,
gonna get him.
too.
no.
You didn't like Manziel?
No, I did not like Manziel.
They're the same guy.
No.
Same guy.
Personality,
same guy.
Okay, all right. Regardless,
Talent-wise, Baker's
in
better.
2018, I was convinced he was going to be a Jet, and honestly, I couldn't have been more excited about it. I thought he was going to walk into New York, light it up a little bit. Obviously, I was wrong because I'm kind of exposing myself here for my 2018 draft takes, but it ended up not being the case with Darnold or whatever. The Browns took him first, but I think Baker's got a shot to stick around in LA. I know Matt Stafford's future's up in the air a little bit. I mean, there's some talk about him maybe potentially retiring this offseason, but so. I think if he does stick around, Baker's a good backup for next year behind Stafford, and if Stafford does retire, Baker could he could be the starter in LA 2023.
I think Stafford's gone.
Stafford to the Hall.
No.
Stafford to the Hall.
As much as you keep saying it's not going to happen.
I mean, he's got the same amount of... Mazz, let's use your rings argument. He's got the same amount of rings as Rodgers and Breeze. Those two guys are Hall of Famers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the difference between Rodgers and Breeze and Stafford is that they have like 30,000 more passing yards.
Okay, but Stafford... But time out. If you look at the level of players that Stafford was playing with, I'm not saying
Calvin
that he's better than them.
Johnson.
Yes, that's one. That's one. Congratulations.
Kenny
one.
Golladay.
Where was... Kenny
Marvin
Golladay?
Jones.
Yeah, Kenny Golladay. That's a good one.
When he was in Detroit, he was a top 10 receiver.
How do we know
Marvin Jones,
but,
Cooper Kupp.
And then the
He's
first
had
year,
the two most single-season receiving yards of any receiver in the history of football.
and how do we know that wasn't him?
Talent.
How do we know that he didn't
He's
contribute
played
to that?
with more talent than Aaron Rodgers
How
has
do
ever
you
done.
know? We're not saying that he's anywhere near Rodgers. How
But
do
we
you
were
know?
just talking about Aaron Rodgers
Yes,
compared to Matt
absolutely.
Stafford.
But how are we talking? We were talking about Baker Mayfield and Aaron Rodgers and elevating talent. That's the difference. Okay, but how do we know? Right? Galladay leaves Detroit. Can't do nothing. Can't do a thing. All right, bum. How do we know that Stafford didn't elevate him? We never got to see Megatron play with another quarterback like that. All right, how do we know that Stafford doesn't contribute to that? Cooper Kupp takes his biggest jump, not under Jared Goff, under Matt Stafford. How do we know he's not contributing to this?
In Galladay's defense, receivers that go to the Giants die.
No, Mazz,
I'm just saying, how do
making
we
some
know?
good points.
We don't know. You have no clue. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Matt Stafford's elite. All right? But there's a couple of guys who aren't elite in the Hall of Fame.
Last
all right?
year was elite.
Only one ring, not as much history that Stafford's a part of, because he's a part of 2 Hall of Fame seasons that aren't him, but he was making the throws. He's a part of a game-winning drive that was him and his wide receiver making plays. He still made the throws for it. All right? So we want to sit there. Quarterback's the most important, but when we try giving love to a quarterback who's been basically regarded as mid, all right, the times that he's elite, we want to be like, no, it's not him. He's not getting any credit for this, even though he stepped up in those big plays. All right? So which one is it? Are we going to just love the quarterback all the time, or are we only going to love it when we want to?
I mean, I like that. Mazz, you're on the money, I think. But I think Stafford, you could say he was a top 5 QB last year in the league.
Stafford to the Hall.
I agree.
He was
Not first ballot,
He was
but
top
to the Hall.
5 for the first, 10 weeks of the year last year, and then he sort of dipped for...
They started throwing picks.
Yeah, then he started throwing picks towards the end of last year.
Listen, I'm
In the playoffs, he was money.
money.
Yeah, he was.
Money.
He
Just
was.
like Mazz money.
That
You know what it is.
But
that
in
Bucks
that case,
game,
is Joe Flacco a Hall of Famer?
no.
Where's the Hall
One
of
Super
Fame?
Bowl ring, had a really elite year.
But
Yeah,
is he a part of the other? Is he a part of the other history? That's the question.
What the other history?
Like we just said, Stafford's a part of 2 historic seasons, plus the Super Bowl. So
Does that being a part of someone else's historic season give you a case to be in the Hall of Fame?
No, but
you're throwing to him. It's not being. It's not. We're not talking about we're not talking about the quarterback, right? Who had 7 interceptions and the wide receiver had nothing to do with it. We're talking
think about what Stafford had to do in those situations. For Calvin Johnson, he just had to throw 50-50 balls. For Cooper Kupp was wide open on every route.
Then why is Eli Manning in the Hall?
Because
Eli Manning's the definition of 50-50.
He's not in the Hall.
He's gonna be. He's gonna be.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah, I'm with you.
He's also a top 6 passer of all time and has 2
top 6 passer
in yardage.
Okay, please finish that in yardage because you make that seem like he's one of the greatest passers of all time.
No, I would say top 6.
Not.
No, but I would say top 6 quarterbacks if I meant like he was a top 6 quarterback of all time.
No,
I said top 6 passer.
No, I apologize. I took that the wrong way. Maybe that's on me. I just needed a little clarification because to say passing yards, yes, I'll give you that. One of the top. I can give you a lot of names over Eli who's thrown a better ball, and some of them won't even be in the Hall of Fame.
I do think that winning also gives you 2 Super Bowls, gives you a little.
It definitely gives you a boost
over a guy who's won 1.
But time out. But here's the thing, though, right? Can you say if you look at Eli, right? There's times where yes, Eli elevates to the moment, but was Eli necessarily elevating talent? Because his famous play is a 50-50 ball and no name. I literally forgot his name. I always know it. David Tyree goes up with the helmet catch. So we want to give that, but we don't want to give credit to Matt Stafford throwing dimes in the Super Bowl to Cooper Kupp. Tough plays.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at the last touchdown, dude.
He was guarded by Eli Apple. Tough plays.
Who's guarding David Tyree right now? You don't know it.
It was
Rodney.
Rodney Harrison.
Rodney Harrison's definitely better, but that's even more to my point.
That's not even like.
That's even more to my point.
Yeah.
All right, Rodney Harrison in coverage, and that's who the play is made on. Rodney Harrison, way better than Eli Apple, AKA. I don't know, man. I think that was just a better play by David Tyree than it was a throw of Eli.
Well, yeah, look. Did you see the play that Eli had to get out of?
I understand that, but the catch is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Also, if you look at him, he closes his eyes as he launches.
That was a 2-part play.
That was the definition of a Hail Mary without it being in the end zone.
I'm saying that was a 2-part play. That wasn't just Tyree making the catch.
No, I understand that.
Eli
Congratulations. The one time Eli extends a play and doesn't give up on it too soon, it ends up being one of the greatest things we've ever seen.
Exactly.
Great.
Eli Hall of Famer.
Yes, I never said that he wasn't. But you can't tell me that Stafford doesn't have a case. I don't think he's probably going to get in. I think he deserves to be a, 3rd ballot Hall of Famer, right? I don't think he's getting in on the first try. I don't think he's even in the conversation. But down the line, this is a guy that you could consider. I'm sorry. Joe Namath's in the Hall of Fame. You're telling me Stafford's not better than him?
Low blow.
Sorry. I was just thinking of guys with 1 Super Bowl.
Frank the Tank says Joe Namath is the most overrated athlete.
What's up?
Frank the Tank says Joe Namath is the most overrated athlete of all time.
That's ridiculous.
He was just
That's actually ridiculous.
I was just going to ask, can Frank the Tank even tie his own
Yeah,
shoes in the
right?
morning?
Come on.
Maybe not.
Let's start
Back
moving
to
on
pickems, man.
Our recaps of this week's NFL slate.
Fellas, I bit my tongue
After,
in the middle of that. It hurt so bad.
After the Raiders game, I got the Bills-Jets game here.
Jets.
Now, I know you have a story you wanted to share about this, right?
No. That's Eagles.
Oh, you have Eagles-Giants, okay. But the Jets almost got ground there. What'd you see, Charlie? 'Cause I know you watched this.
I saw injuries hit the Jets pretty bad. I mean, Mike. I don't know if you guys.
Look at how Ant's looking at
I don't
you
know.
right
I
now.
don't know. How are you looking at me?
Yeah.
What
Come on, dude. You have a backup quarterback.
Dude,
Brian.
hold on.
Quentin Williams out of the game. Dude, he had a sack and a half before he got hurt and had to come out of the game. He would have finished the game with 4 if he played the entire time.
4?
Yes.
Nobody gets 4. Stop it.
Quentin Williams had a sack and a half halfway through
Charlie,
a quarter and a half.
Look up the last time somebody had a 4-sack game.
Okay, hyperbole. Regardless, Mike White was slinging it before he got his ribs cracked.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Mike White should have been a Dog of the Week candidate.
When?
He got his ribs cracked twice in that game and came back in and tried finishing the game. He went out 3 times in that game, man.
And the second time he comes out, Joe Flacco comes in for 1 snap, strip sack fumble. Literally changes the course of the entire game. Because
why don't you go with Wilson over Flacco?
Don't get me wrong. I love Robert Saleh and what he's done for my New York Jets. And when I say my New York Jets, I freaking love my New York Jets. Okay.
Continue.
The idea that Zach Wilson should be inactive and a statue is QB2 is ridiculous. Like I said, Flacco came in for one snap yesterday, and it literally killed the team. It literally changed the entire course of the game. Wilson, even though his misgivings, his mistakes at the podium on the field, he should at least be QB2.
Is that podium comment overblown?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. The fact that Zach Wilson doesn't come into the game after that and they're going to rock with Joe Flacco is absolutely insane. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's indication to me that you guys are looking to move on from him. I think they're going to be looking at. I think they think Mike White is the greatest thing since sliced bread, and they're going to be looking. The guy that they drafted second overall in the NFL draft 3 years ago.
3 years ago?
2 years ago? 2 years ago. Sorry, 2 years ago. I thought you said 3. 2 years ago, right? They're already looking to move on from him because of some no-name guy who came in and played some great things.
Last year.
Who?
It was Zach Wilson's rookie year was last year.
Yeah, but this is
the second season year.
Okay.
Okay? And this happened in year 2. Okay? So a year and a half, really. A year and a half, Mike White comes in and does some great things against some mid-teams, and that's who they're rocking with. And I said, this is exactly what's going to happen. One, they're going to run into a really good team and not going to be able to do anything against it. Congratulations, couldn't even protect your quarterback and got his rib cracked twice in one game.
Yeah, I disagree on the moving off Zach Wilson thing. I think so. Last year, his rookie year, Wilson, he's playing the exact same. I mean, like
So
if
he
you look
has
at
no
the stats.
progress. He's made no strides.
Exactly. So last year they tried to they had the kid gloves. You know, they brought in his personal QB coach John Beck out from California. The Jets hired him to the staff last year to try to help him along. This year, after his struggles, they're using some of the tough love. They're benching him. They're making him inactive. And I think they took it a step too far trying to teach him a lesson by making him inactive and demoting him to QB3. But I don't think
it's shattering his confidence.
I think it's bad tough love. Listen, I understand the benching. I didn't like the benching, but I can understand the benching. But to not throw him in and make him quarterback 3, what are you doing?
I agree.
What are you doing? For Joe Flacco, when's the last time? I'm sorry. I mean this in all not busting you right now. When is the last time Joe Flacco made a great throw in the NFL?
Week 2 against the Cleveland Browns.
Thank you.
2014.
And when's the last time Zach Wilson?
Actually, no, week 2, actually.
When's the last time Zach Wilson threw a great ball?
Maybe never.
Week 7.
Pro day, his pro day.
No,
pro day throw.
No, come
you guys are
on.
crazy. He had a great throw this season.
Against the Patriots, the home game of the first game. It was on a frozen rope.
Okay, number 2 draft pick from a season and a half ago. Old man who's just supposed to be a mentor.
It's getting hot in here. He's taking the hoodie off.
We gotta
It's
move
the
on. We're
Jets.
spending too much time on the Jets. All right.
Game 3.
Who had that game?
We all had the Bills.
Okay. So who took? None of us took the Rams, right? We all
No,
took
it's
the
the
Raiders.
Raiders. Game 3, I
So
have
we're all 0-2.
I have the Bengals Browns
the
game.
Bills.
Yeah, 1-1.
Oh, sorry, 1-1.
Bengals Browns. We all rolled with the Bengals, and they took care of business right there.
Bengals are scary.
Keep it moving.
They're scary.
The boys. We all took the boys, but
Dude.
weren't you scared? You had to be scared.
I was working the Eagles Giants game, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, what are we doing? How could this weekend have gotten any worse than Portugal getting knocked out by Morocco? Dallas gives me a heart attack, and I'm sitting there like I've been sitting here talking about how we could be competing with the Eagles, and we're about to lose to Houston. Are you kidding me? But you know what? They got the job done.
Ezekiel Elliott.
That's a god.
Dak,
Ezekiel Elliott
listen,
comes through.
Listen, Dak, I kind of had a conversation with Boucher, right? And Matt Boucher was just like, oh, look at Justin Herbert. But you know what? I thought about it on the night, and I did say, maybe Dak is 6. Maybe Justin Herbert's up there because he's having a good year and all this stuff.
Herbert's overrated.
Dak Prescott, top 5 quarterback in the NFL. No, you can't tell me nothing.
I'm going to be honest.
This
I like
season
that
right
take.
now.
I like that take. I think Herbert's overrated.
I watched him destroy the Finns last night, so
Listen,
I can't.
I'll give you Dak top 10.
His defense is trash. What?
Dak top 10, top 5 no.
Who you got top 5?
Okay.
This season right now.
Mahomes.
Yes.
Allen.
Yes.
Herbert.
No way.
No, not over Dak.
Okay, all right. Burrow.
Yes.
Hurts.
Hurts is better than
I'll
Dak.
give it to you. That's 4, right?
Yep.
Give me a 5th. I also have those 4 over him.
Burrow.
Probably, I'm going to be honest with you. The only thing I don't like about your order is that Hurts should be number 1 this season.
Oh, this is in no particular order.
So give me your 5th one. Kyler? Get out of here.
No, not Kyler.
Kirk? get out of here.
Geno Smith.
Mike White, get out of here. Geno's falling off, as he should be.
I would, and I'm saying this as a Jets fan.
What?
Actually, never mind. No.
Go ahead. No. Say
no.
what you
I
were
almost
gonna say.
said something, but I thought about it, and I stopped
okay,
myself.
Tua?
Charlie, what?
And that's what I was about to say. But after last night, I can't comfortably say that.
Dude, I've
yeah.
watched the most
Can you say
garbage
that?
2 weeks of my
Can
life.
you say that?
Yeah.
I think Tua was MVP talks, and now he's come back to earth.
Listen, I watched 2 weeks every snap, and it's lost.
Let me
it's
ask
just
you.
lost.
Listen, let me ask you a question. Out of everybody that we just named, right? And here it comes down to the tiebreaker for me, right? When it's close with it, Tua's had higher highs. Dak's been more consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Tua's had lower lows. Okay, so here's my question: if you're starting a franchise, who do you want, Dak or Tua?
Dak.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my tiebreaker for it.
All right, so we got to move on.
So next game I have up here,
So Charlie,
Vi-
Dak, Tommy Bavaro, I love you, buddy.
he just always Vikings Lions. Ben gets one on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the
No,
Lions,
I was thinking Lions before we were doing this.
because they were at
I-
home
I-
too. But they
yeah.
were 5-7, so I was like,
How's
nah.
Papa Cafone doing?
No, he's fine.
Yeah.
But I think the Vikings had that division still locked
He
up.
didn't almost break the TV.
No, he actually was out during the game.
That's why they lost. Papa Cafone wasn't watching. He's been watching the weeks leading up to it. They win, especially when he's at the game. Dominating performances. He goes out. He's running some errands, being a good husband, and this is what happens. Papa Cafone, you got to get him back in front of the TV if you want to.
Yeah.
If you want the team to win.
I think the Lions, they are gonna. I think
They're
this is a
close.
Hot take. They're gonna make the playoffs.
Ooh, so the
Only-
Commanders are
only
out.
The path is
Giants.
there.
out?
The
Yeah,
path is there.
Giants.
Giants are down.
You say the Giants are out?
The Giants are out. Lions are in.
Ooh.
Because the Seahawks are
are the
also
Commanders
there
in?
too. Commanders, yes.
Commanders are in.
I think Cowboys, Commanders, Lions are gonna be the 3 wild cards.
Ooh, Giants. Cafone said,
Be juicy.
And
not this
Seahawks
season.
too. And Seahawks too.
Giants, he coming for you. Keep it moving.
Titans, Jags. Maz finally gets he gets the Jags. They finally give him the love
We have to
because he's
pick
been
against
trying
the
it
next
all
one.
year.
I've been trying.
He's been
Listen,
trying it all year.
It's been a gamble each time, and it either pays off or it fails miserably. And I still don't know what this team is, but I'm telling you, there's potential
the
there, and I'm
Jags-
excited next season.
Could the Jags win the AFC South this year?
The Titans are.
Look at their
nah.
last-
Do they play the Titans again?
I don't think so. But
Not
look
gonna
at
catch 'em now.
But look at the Titans' last few games: Chargers,
Trevor Lawrence, 3 touchdowns.
Cowboys, and the Jaguars. No, they play the Jaguars again. They do play the Jaguars again.
Interesting.
They play the Chargers.
I'm here for it. I
And
want
the
to see Trevor
Cowboys.
Lawrence in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Jacksonville?
T-Law's finally looking like that first overall pick.
Yeah, but Jaguars are playing
Yep.
the Jets,
Yep.
the Texans,
Uh-huh.
and the Titans.
That's winnable. All those are winnable.
Absolutely.
I'm probably rocking with them for the remainder of their season because I am a Jags believer. If I had to change teams right this second, I'd probably be rocking with Atlanta just because I have some connection there. But I do like the Jags, probably third. If you made me switch teams, the Jags would be in contention.
Next
Alright,
game up
moving on.
here: Eagles, Giants.
here's
We
the
all
story.
took the Eagles.
Dude,
Let's
okay,
hear about this.
Everybody took the Eagles as you should have. I'm chilling at Pepsi Gate, right, in the VIP lane, and all of a sudden I get big thing over the radio. One of the guards got assaulted, right? So it turns out there's this guard. I forget his name. I really didn't know him before this. He works the outer perimeter checking the bags. Nice kid. Young, though. Somewhere between, I'd say, 19 and 22 absolute max, right? He gets in the middle of this situation. This Eagles fan who was feeling himself a little bit gets into it with a lady, supposedly, and goes after the lady. The lady throws her beer on the guy, right? And the guard does his job, gets in the middle of it, and the guy punches him in the face. They said the kid eats it like a ham sandwich, all right? Throws back his own punch, drops the guy.
Okay.
And then there was just this giant brawl that happened. State police comes through, did their job, and got the game done.
Jeez.
And that, to me, was the play of the game.
That was
Not Jalen Hurts on 4th down going to Devontae Smith. That right there
That-
is the play of the game.
Play of the game. Okay? We expected Philly. Listen, Philly is looking monsters right now. Granted, it was just the Giants, but like they've been killing it all year long.
Yeah.
We all went with Philly. One
Yeah,
more
we
thing
did.
to
They
say.
locked up the division. Or
Almost.
Almost.
They're
They're
gonna
not
make
the playoff,
a couple
though.
more.
They're almost.
Their
And
first team
Jalen
locked the
Hurts
playoffs.
it might lock up MVP if he keeps it up.
Next game:
It's got my vote right now.
Steelers, Ravens.
swing
Ben gets that one as well.
Why did we all take the Steelers?
We
all
all
took
thought
the
that the
Steelers.
Ravens were gonna fall because they barely
I
beat the
legitimately thought
Broncos.
They were going to fall too.
I don't even understand how that happened.
Huntley goes down with a concussion.
But this is
Anthony
what Ben
Brown.
needed. Now you need to start doing this. You need your swing games there. Ben, I said, Ben, you gotta gamble. You're playing it too safe. Ben gambles. He's no longer in third. Keep it moving.
I didn't know Huntley went down, so who came in?
Anthony Brown.
Keep it moving.
All right, man.
We still gotta get to the other pickems. Hurry up.
Chiefs, Broncos. I'll give us all a heart attack, but the Chiefs end up winning the game.
Russell Wilson, 3 touchdowns, baby.
He's not back though.
Niners,
hurt,
Bucks. Ant tried to pick the
Stomping.
Bucks.
I tried to swing
He
him now.
tried it, but that's where he loses.
Dude, Tom
Stomping.
Brady's lost.
Dude, you could put a C&I dog at quarterback for that team, and the 49ers are gonna win.
Yeah.
Seahawks, who'd they play again? They played
Panthers.
the Panthers. We all took the Seahawks because,
What is going on, bro?
Sammy
Panthers
D.
are so
You know
weird.
nothing.
and
Panthers
then
so weird.
Dolphins, Chargers. I watched the worst offensive football I think I've ever seen in my life.
Dolphins are
The Tua
fraudulent.
fumble. No, not Tua fumble.
That was the greatest play I've ever
Tyreek
seen.
Hill
That was
gets
the
the fumble
greatest
out.
play I've ever
That
seen
was
in my life.
I couldn't believe it.
crazy.
I was like,
That's play of the week.
No, listen, that's luck of the week. He just happened to be standing there
Luck
where the
of
ball
the
comes
week.
out
It
and
was
he gets
actually
in the end zone.
absurd.
You know what I mean?
And the crazy thing is like how it literally like popped up in the air. Like, dude, like,
It was
what are the odds
one of the
that
linemen just
actually
bats
happening?
it out.
Yeah.
Jeff Wilson, greatest
I guess-
fumble of all
I
time.
guess he saw Tyreek outside. He goes,
Jeff
Get out
Wilson,
there for him.
greatest fumble I've ever seen in my life, ends up in the end zone.
all right, tonight we both have Pats and Cardinals.
So-
Me and you have
Tua
Cards,
had
right?
a 35.7.
I think he completed like 6 passes the game.
30. No,
Fraudulent.
He went 10 for 28.
He got 4 more?
And we are going to sit here and put him in the same realm as Dak Prescott.
Not me.
Not anymore.
I never said
No,
that. I
no,
was sitting here
no.
telling
Thank
you.
you.
I was
you.
sitting
See,
here telling you I watched the worst offensive football from a quarterback I've seen since his rookie season. Even worse, maybe, than that.
I'm just saying, Dak didn't have a great game. Like they were playing against the Texans.
But
They
he
should
made
never
11
been-
completions.
But he still he sat there and he had over 60% for a completion, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. So Dak-
Mazz, you asked me 2 weeks ago. I say yeah, but after that, the Niners game last week and last night against the Chargers, just Tua's season is obviously fraudulent. And
I don't know what
he's
happened.
he's a product of his environment. Mike McDaniel is a fantastic
Say it
play
to his
calling and
face.
head
Say
head
it to his
coach.
face.
No, I'm being like candid with you. Mike McDaniel it seems to be a fantastic head coach. But I mean, like, they got great weapons, Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. But regardless,
Bing bang.
Bing bong.
I don't know if that was the one who was looking for.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dolphin. I'm sorry, Mr. Dolphin. I'm just being honest with you.
I literally had to go over to the sound effects because Baduini just deserved all the applause and all the sound effects for that. Connor just got lit up. I love it.
We'll see you week 18 in Miami.
Oh! Yeah,
Bing bang.
Maybe Mike White will actually have his 4th rib back.
All right,
Maybe.
tonight, Patriots, Cardinals. Me and Connor took the Cards, right?
Wait,
No,
are we
you and
done
Mazz took the
Oh,
cards.
me and Mazz took the Cardinals. You and Ben took the Patriots.
So here's what
I
happens.
took the cards.
Here's the standings,
Are you
right?
sure?
Yes.
Yes.
Pull the tape.
Here's the standings. Maz, you didn't win the week. Ben wins the week with 8. Ben,
What do I have, 7?
you got second with 7.
Yeah.
I'm third with 6, and Ant is last
So
with 5.
I gain another.
Yes.
I am 3 ahead of you on
But
now.
tonight, we can see how it goes.
Yes.
So me
So
and Ben could tie tonight.
yes.
Yes.
So you're in last with 122.
Okay.
Ben's got 123.
Yep.
I got 129. You got 132.
I got a nice lead here, man. And I don't know who's going to end up with the stamp, but one of you is ending up with
Right
the
now, Ant has the Maz stamp. As of right now,
M-A-double-Z, baby. Right there on the lower back.
those
I ain't
picks
worried
against
yet.
the
I ain't worried,
Ravens,
bro.
those
I ain't
picks
worried.
against the Ravens have bitten you in the
Dude,
rear because
I'm gonna
now
be-
there's
You
going
know
to be
what? We're
Maz on
9-4
your
though.
rear.
We're 9-4. It was for a reason.
He is going to have Mazz. Yo,
We're
here's
9-4.
the thing.
Have it
Here's
for a
the thing.
reason.
Anybody that says I cannot stand that Ben's like, oh, I'm not afraid of having that. I don't want that. I don't want to walk around with that for 2
No,
weeks.
I don't want it either.
And
But
because
listen,
you
I'm
also have
not
to
worried
remember,
yet.
nobody's, what we're not considering, we said and all agreed to, no matter where you are, you could be in the middle of a church, you could be in a hospital, God forbid, you have to present that whenever requested by one of the other 3. You could be in the middle of taking an exam. Hey, show the stamp. You got to get up and show it.
Yep.
Okay?
I'm not worried yet, though.
I don't want it.
I think I'm just gonna be fine.
Well, week 15 is going to help one of us or hurt one of us.
All right,
Let's roll.
Let's get into this week.
Celebrity
week 15.
pick'em.
Celebrity
Sorry,
pick'em?
Baduini.
Can I hop in on this?
Yeah, of course. That's
Let's
why you're
go.
here, Charlie. So we've been doing an awful job. We got to go back and see who the celebrity winner is based on percentage wise because not everybody has
It's Khalil.
the opportunity. I think it is Khalil. No, Nino DeNino was killing it with the Seahawks. All right.
Yeah. But he was only picking the Seahawks.
But that's the last time I hear Nino's name on this until our situation is sorted out. Anyway, Week 15, going into things. Thursday game, 49ers Seahawks. I don't even want to hear nothing about it. As I said, this team is rolling. Give me the 49ers.
Brock Purdy, legend.
Charlie?
Oh,
Mr.
easy,
Irrelevant.
Niners. Yes, Seahawks are regressing pretty hard right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Guess who Ben's got?
Seahawks.
The Seahawks.
Got the Seahawks.
Mr.
He's
Irrelevant
tripping.
Brock Purdy gonna do it tonight on Thursday night. Okay,
He's
give me
pretty
Niners.
good.
That's hilarious.
He's pretty good. Is that what you just said?
Maybe.
He just said he's pretty good.
He's
Connor, who you
pretty
got?
good.
It's the 49ers.
All right,
They've won
so-
6 in a row.
Listen, Ben's been hitting it, but I think the magic runs out. I don't think he's getting that one.
No,
What
no,
a-
see, watch. Ben gets a little too cocky because he got 2 swing games, so now he's gonna start going a little
Yep.
bold, and that's where he gets down in the tanks. I'm not worried.
1 o'clock game, Fox. Dem boys
Saturday
taking
night.
on. What's up?
Gotta get the Saturday games
Saturday
first.
games.
I missed the Saturday games. I'm so sorry. I forgot that those were happening. That
First
is
one
insane.
is Indy versus Minnesota.
It is Indy versus Minnesota.
Vikings.
Easy Vikings.
Give me the Vikings.
Bounce back win.
Ben's got the
easy.
Vikings too.
All right,
We're all
Jeff
rolling with it.
Saturday's run is over.
How did I miss the Saturday games? That was
You should
insane.
not be doing the rundown.
I'm sorry.
Pick'ems.
That was my
Every
fault.
time you do the pick'ems, you always forget a game or you miss games.
I've never missed a game. I've messed
did.
up the order.
You did. You missed the Giants game the one week.
That was so funny.
Pull up the tape. Never happened.
I think
Yeah.
Ben
Never
missed. No,
lost.
Ben missed it. Ben missed the
Never-
Giants
that
game.
Oh, that
Ben
was Ben.
Those two.
That was Ben.
I've never missed a game. I've messed up the order in the games I played, but I've always hit the game. I literally came at Ben and Connor because I said, you guys literally aren't talking the entire show, and Ben had a laptop that week. Okay?
He missed was it Giants Lions?
This is the
game?
first time I have a laptop.
Giants Jags.
Giants
Jags.
Jags. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, Ravens, Browns. This is going to be interesting. Give me the Browns.
Ooh.
Give me the Browns.
Browns
Give
are
me the
at
Ravens.
home.
Ravens?
Give me the Ravens.
Okay.
Browns are at home.
Anthony Brown probably playing quarterback.
Oh, then give me Deshaun Watson.
Give you Deshaun Watson, and he hasn't really been giving you anything to really go off.
Give
of.
me-
Ben's going with the Browns as well. So, Ant, you got this. You got the Ravens.
Come on.
Give me the Cleveland Browns and Mr. Redacted. Anthony Brown just
What does that even mean?
Redacted?
redacted.
It's like
Pull up the definition
censored.
for me
It's
right
like
now.
censored. It means censored, yeah.
That's
Yeah, I'll take the Browns. Ravens with their QB3 is not really happening.
Listen, our run game was fire on Sunday.
Yeah, and the Browns defense is pretty bad, but I
Garrett,
think
not gonna
the
be
Browns
passing
are
the
due
ball.
for
That's
something.
right. He's coming.
Browns are due.
Give me the Ravens. All right, Dolphins, Bills.
Can I, are you just taking it from me?
Do whatever you want. Okay.
Go ahead. You got it. You got it. Go ahead.
No, you
started with-
clearly want to do this, but you skip the Saturday games.
To take it over, it's yours. Go ahead. Say something before we get called with dead air.
I can do
Dolphins, Bills.
I'm not delusional, man. Bills.
it. Go Bills.
Bills for sure.
Bills Mafia.
Even though the Dolphins won earlier this year, no, not this time.
Go
Dude, you
Bills.
guys are falling off.
Not this time. Not this time,
You guys are
man.
falling off. Sorry. Sunday, Eagles, Bears. That's easy. That's
Give me the Eagles.
yeah. That's come on.
Let's see what Ben took. Yep.
Matt
Okay.
Eberflus
not
against
even
Nick
close.
Sirianni.
Yeah,
not
that's
even close.
give, me,
light.
give me the Eagles.
The Dirty Birds will fly and rise again.
Fly, Eagles, fly. All right, then Falcons, Saints, division game, NFC
Ooh.
South.
Desmond Ritter's first start.
Oh, wait,
Falcons,
Commander hurt?
Saints.
No,
He's just benched.
They
They're
benched
benching
him.
him.
They
He's
benched
just
him for
benched.
Ritter.
Wow.
Give me the Dirty Birds.
This is hard. Both teams have been doing very
Who's
bad.
playing- Is Winston back?
No,
The
it's still
Saints?
Dalton.
I'm rocking with the Falcons.
Give me the
That's
Saints.
such a tough game to pick.
Saints at home, down bad after that terrible loss to the Bucks. Yeah, give me the Saints.
Who you got?
Saints
they
at
were
home?
on bye last week, right?
Yeah.
Saints.
Give me the Saints too, man. Ben's got the Saints with me. So, Mazz, this is your chance to build something special.
See what happens.
All right, next
Right.
Jets Lions.
A
Oof.
pick'em. A pick'em.
That's going
Even
to be
spread.
at.
Give me the Lions.
That's going to be at.
Give me the
MetLife.
Lions.
Give me the Lions.
Give me the Lions.
Give me the New York Jets and Mike White, baby. Please. Please. I know this Lions
not
team
even
is hot.
playing.
What are you talking about? Yes, he is.
He's going to have a crack.
He's fine. He's gonna play.
He's not playing.
I know the Lions are hot. I know they've won what
Aiden
four straight.
Hutchinson's gonna have
Four
one-
straight?
Even
Yeah.
if he plays, Aiden Hutchinson's going to come
No.
through and finish
No.
the
Isn't
job.
Quinnen Williams not
that the
playing?
Buffalo
No, Quinn
Bills
Williams.
started.
He's day to day. I'm still taking the Jets. I think the Jets defense it can do enough to slow down Jared
the
Goff
Lions
and
have
that and the rest of that run
Like,
game.
Fifth best offense in football right now.
And their defense, Lions defense, Swiss
Well, your offense
cheese.
is terrible.
Your offense is
It's
trash
not that bad.
cans.
It's not as bad as you
You
think
have
it
no
is.
running backs.
It's not as bad as you think it
You're-
is. Bam
you're
Knight, excuse me.
The Lions' defense is probably about the same
All right.
level as your offense.
All right, give me the New York Jets, baby.
Yeah, that's all right, Charlie. I can't wait for you to be wrong for the 5th time on this show.
Wow,
What did Ben say?
that's got to be a record.
Ben is taking the Lions.
So 4 Lions, 1 Jet.
4 Lions, 1 Jet.
Steelers, Panthers. That's a tough game.
Oh man.
'Cause both
Panthers.
these teams are just like so weird in the sense that they can.
I
win
have
any game.
no faith in the Steelers after losing to Baltimore. I'm rocking with the Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers are at home. I think you're gonna
Panthers
have
give
me.
you nothing to really have faith.
They're
in
at
either.
home.
Give me Sammy D and the Panthers, please.
Who you got?
Panthers. Ben got the Panthers.
Go ahead, take your swing game. You need it. You're in last place.
That's tough.
Do it. You
Well, I
want.
already took my swing game.
Take another one. This is how you build leads.
All right, I'll take the Panthers because I don't want to get too far behind. Listen, I gotta play a little.
You had a
conservative.
chance to be great, and you chose to be mid.
I know, but I've taken the most swing games of anyone this entire year.
Oh, you absolutely have. No, we got to be up there. I think you had me by like 2.
So
Yeah, but I
everyone's
take at least,
taking
like,
the
2 every week.
everyone's
Connor
taking the
doesn't take
Panthers.
swing games.
Yeah, but I'll take the Panthers.
Okay.
All right, Cowboys, Jaguars.
Do it.
Mazz, you can do it.
Give me the boys. Give me the boys.
Yeah, give me the
No,
boys.
it's give me the boys. I'm pretty sure they're in Dallas too.
No, it's in Jacksonville.
They're coming through. Listen, why? Don't boo me. I'm right. Okay.
Why you booing me? I'm right.
The Cowboys are a better team. All right. The Cowboys are going to be contending this year. The Jaguars, borderline. I think next year this is going to be an even better squad. But for right now, dude, the tough games, trap game, literally trap game. Definition of it.
So
They got out of it.
I think this really yesterday with the Texans I think really helped the Cowboys. 'Cause
Yes.
I think they were sleepwalking through that game, woke up at the middle of the way through the third quarter, and were like, oh, we're playing football right now. And I think they see the Jaguars next week and they're saying we're not doing that again, and they're going to come in and roll the
All right,
Jags.
give me the Cowboys too.
Then Chiefs,
Booed
Texans.
me, then you went with.
No, but you were the guy who was hyping up the Jaguars all year. You go, I might take them the rest of the way.
Yeah, I missed the first time when you said Cowboys on the rest of the schedule. After that, though, the remaining weeks might be rocking with them.
They ain't beating the Jets on Thursday. Come on.
Yeah, you're right. We're going to be attending a funeral on Thursday
That's
on
crazy.
Amazon.
That's
And
crazy.
it's going to be for Mike White's football
That's
career.
crazy.
Chiefs,
moving.
Texans.
Chiefs.
That's easy.
Chiefs.
Not
Chiefs.
Move on.
Moving on.
Cardinals, Broncos.
Oh
Ew.
man.
Ew.
Cardinals.
Give me the Cardinals.
Give me the
yeah.
Cardinals.
They're definitely better.
I'm sorry, Russ.
yeah,
ain't in it
Cardinals.
anymore.
All right, I'll be the contrarian. Give me the Broncos.
What about,
They played well yesterday.
When did Charlie get a plethora of vocabulary all of a sudden? He's hit me with 3 words.
Plethora.
Yeah.
When have you become the guy of vocabulary?
I just wanted to be like Charlie Baduini.
All right, yeah.
What did Ben say?
Cardinals.
Broncos. Okay.
Okay.
Patriots, Raiders.
Oh boy.
Patriots.
Pats
Mm.
and the Raiders.
Give me the Patriots. Bill Belichick will school Josh McDaniels.
Oh, that's
I-
Josh
That's actually
McDaniels
one
does
way to
not
look at
hold
it.
a candle to Belichick. Give me the
that
Patriots.
is one way to look at it.
Charles.
I said Pats initially. But I'm gonna switch to Raiders though. I think they're gonna be pissed coming off that loss last Thursday night to the Rams.
Charlie, come on, man.
Charlie, come on, man.
What?
Can't be saying that.
Can't use that.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you okay?
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's one of those borderline words, but we're playing it safe here. But yeah, no, I think they're also going to be a little agitated.
Sorry.
But Connor, where are you rocking?
Patriots, Josh McDaniels and his dad.
To be honest.
Myself.
I'll take the Titans.
Really?
I think Mike Vrabel's going to coach laps around, what's his name,
I
Staley.
don't think he has the talent to compete, though. He
Yeah,
has a running back.
I still think the Titans win this game. I think Chargers are so spotty. They're fluky. I think Titans win this game.
They should beat the Dolphins.
Ben's taking.
Dude, they're still rocking with Tannehill.
What does Malik Willis bring to
There's
the
something
table
about
that
Ryan
Tannehill doesn't?
Tannehill where teams just
Mobility.
decide to rock with him regardless of how long it's been.
Mobility, that's what he has over him.
He was a one
Can't
seed
work-
last year.
Listen, that's going to be the kid that you're rocking with. You're not going to be rocking with Tannehill. You might as well start getting him reps now in these games that really don't matter. And especially when you're not playing against an elite defense where you're going to see him get tore up. These are the games that you want to see the kid in.
Yeah, all right. Bengals, Buccaneers.
Give me the Bengals.
Yeah.
Easy Bengals.
Got to go with the Bengals.
Since he's
I
been
want to go
playing-
with Tampa,
Since he's been playing great.
but you got to go with the Bengals.
Easily the hottest team in the AFC right now, Cincy.
Ben says,
Bengals.
okay.
Giants, Commanders, Sunday night.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
So,
Give me the Commanders.
so
They couldn't even get the job done in MetLife.
Is Chase Young back?
I think so.
You might be.
Did he just get back this week? Or is he back
I
next
think
week?
he was like almost there last week, but they're playing it safe. But they just had their bye. I think he'll be playing.
Ben's got the Giants.
Give me the Commanders then.
Give me the
So we're
Manders.
gonna
Give me the Commanders then.
Give me the
Just for that.
Manders.
Oh,
All right,
man.
last game, Monday. Rams, Packers.
Give me the Packers.
Packers.
I'll take Aaron Rodgers over Baker.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like
Me
the
too.
Is Cooper Cup back?
No.
No,
Definitely, yeah.
he's not coming back.
Give me Green Bay.
Give me Green Bay.
Ben says.
He says Green Bay.
All right, there you have it, fellas. We'll see what happens with the pickems. We have 2 minutes left here, and as we just hit 2:58, and fellas,
You gotta get Schmuck of the weekend.
that's where we're going.
Yeah.
That's where we're going. We had the privilege of being at the Heisman ceremony, me and Baduini. Ant was there for the first day. Did not get to go to the ceremony. I apologize, but we appreciate the work that you put in here on this campus. But Baduini, we had a great time there.
Definitely.
Got to meet some cool people. Got an awesome hat that I've been rocking. Shout out Zeta. Shout out Professor Gitlin for
Totally.
hooking it up. But the schmuck of the week did occur at the game, and this is a serious
the
one. This is at the ceremony. Happened. Sorry, I said game, right? Yeah, at the
Oh, I
ceremony
hope this
it
is what I
happened.
think it is.
Yeah, it happened, right? And this is one of those serious schmuck of the weeks because I'm just fed up with this kind of stuff, man. This is just absolutely ridiculous. All right. And I'm going to use the name of the person that it happened because she was going to come on and talk about it, but she wasn't feeling too hot today, so she said, hey, I really wanted to be here, but I can't. But Teddy Bello, one of the best talents you will find on this campus, okay? Great person overall. And someone that's going far in life. Just one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. One of the smartest people I think you'll ever meet when it just comes to everyday conversation for sure. All right. Teddy, sitting in the seat. Old crusty white lady comes up. All right. And she literally, mind you, they have a seating chart. We're supposed to be in certain areas. Okay, because we're fillers for the crowd. All right, so certain seats are labeled for the ticket holders and ones are unlabeled for the seat fillers. Okay, this lady comes up and is accusing Tenny, literally goes, like, talking to her as if this is, like, some back in the days shenanigans, okay? And it's just like, you're not supposed to be here. And then all this stuff, I'm sorry that I missed this. I was with Matt Brichet on the other side, and I don't know how I didn't hear this, because I would have lost it if I would have saw it. But Teddy handled it professionally, of course. And it's going back, she's like, no, I am supposed to be here, essentially, because she's doing a job, okay, that she's supposed to be here for. Here on 90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair, this has been Mazz in the midday, just finishing up real quick. Essentially, the usher comes over, tries to figure out the situation that's going on, because this lady apparently was making a commotion that somehow I still have no clue how I did not see, and I feel bad for that. Looks at the ticket, turns to the lady and goes, the seat number that she's saying that exists doesn't even exist. Your husband's supposed to be in the other thing, and just the certain language that she was using. She literally said, "This black girl's not supposed to be here." Okay, I don't know who this lady thinks she is, but she is an absolute clown. All right, and this needs to stop happening. You need to stop walking around with the entitlement. All right, you need to stop talking down to people, and you didn't have to. You could have just been like, "I don't think this lady's supposed to be here." You didn't have to be like talking down, this black girl's not supposed to be here, and then you're gonna act like it's just okay and that it wasn't that big of a deal. No, lady, first off, you embarrassed her, you made her feel uncomfortable, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this felt racially motivated, because when you hear of how it went down, this lady's talking to her as if, oh, you couldn't possibly be in that seat. How dare you? Okay? How dare you? That lady, wherever you are, you're a clown, and you're getting whatever's coming to you down the road. I don't like you. The world, however they feel about you, I'm sure they don't like you after hearing about this one. Teddy, we're sorry that happened to you. Shout out to ESPN for handling it so diligently. Shout out to Teddy Bello for being a true professional of every sense in the world and handling that awful situation. So that lady, wherever you are, boo.
Schmuck.
Of the
Schmuck.
year.
Possible.
That's possible.
Possible. She might catch it. I don't even want to give her that much credit. She's getting one episode. Forget that lady. She's irrelevant. I don't know how you got to that ceremony. You gave someone some money and ended up there. Congratulations. Maybe a relative did something for you to be there, because you didn't accomplish nothing besides being stuck up and a bum. Keep it moving. That's the show. Charlie, thank you very much. Brandon Morazzo, Anthony Cafone, Connor Cupin, Ben Giroux here in spirit, and Mazz in the midday. 1 to 3, coming right back at you. And don't you worry, we're still here during winter break.
See you next week.